Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
Hey guys, you feel it? Days are getting longer, sun is getting warmer. Looks like our SoCal summer is right around the corner. Here in California, we are all about choosing chill. From hitting the beach to the best hiking trails to going all out to support our teams. One thing really all ties it together, and that's enjoying it all with good friends and a cold Coors Light. Pick up Coors Light near you or get it delivered to your door today. Visit CAChooseChill.com to learn more. 2025 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Celebrate responsibly.
Every 40 seconds, a child is reported missing. That's 2,000 children every single day. It's a heart-wrenching reality that we can no longer ignore. Find the Children is a non-profit organization dedicated to helping find missing kids. You can be a part of their mission by donating your unwanted vehicle, running or not. Call 1-800-294-0222. We guarantee that you will receive the maximum tax deduction. We provide fast, free pickup with 24-hour response. Call 1-800-294-0222. Find the Children provides crucial resources to help find missing children and educational materials to teach kids how to recognize and avoid predators. Our recovery programs have a proven track record of reuniting kids with their families. It's time to act. Donate your unwanted or unused car. Help us build a world where every child is safe. Pick up the phone and call 1-800-294-0222. Together, we can bring these kids home safely. This advertisement was paid for in partnership with Cars R Us and Find the Children.
Travis Rogers and DeMarco Farr.
Back Monday at 9 a.m. after Clinton and Friends.
Do people still have voicemail memos anymore? Like you've reached DeMarco Farr's phone.
I do.
No one does fun ones anymore. No one does the faking out ones or whatever.
Oh, you used to give it some thought.
Hours on my
Remember when you have to record a song in the background?
Yes.
Yeah, you reach my voicemail and then it's Michael Jackson or whoever was playing in the background.
Me and my brothers got in the biggest fight in the world because we couldn't sync up the song with what we were doing. And we messed it up like 5, 6 we just started fighting over it.
I remember when we were in college, my roommate Antonio and I, the answering machine tape would be like we were answering hello. And then there'd be loud music in the back and hey,
be quiet, I can't hear what they're saying.
And hello? It's no.
Man, will you turn it down?
It's so stupid.
I hate those.
Because it gets somebody the first time, every time.
Yes.
Weekday mornings at 9 a.m.
It's Travis and DeMarco
on 710 ESPN.
Let's go. It's time for Sedano and Kap. A little sabor.
And we're going to just nosh.
It is George Sedano. It is Scott Kaplan. Sedano and Kap is on for your Friday afternoon.
I'm going to have to say respectfully, I'm going to disagree.
Okay, why is that?
I don't know.
Here we go, Memorial Day weekend Friday. If you're in that traffic, don't worry. Just lightly grab the steering wheel. We're going to get you through it. On this Friday, May 23rd, Sedano on the road, but he's here. Scotty Kaplan, producer Lindsay, producer D, Funchi's here, Funchin' Lover, plus the social team in the back as we get going. OKC with a big win yesterday. They're up 2-0 over those Timberwolves. It's cold in Minnesota. We got Dodgers baseball, Angels baseball the weekend, plus Game 2 tonight, Eastern Conference Finals at the Garden. Will Sedano and Lindsay fight over the Pacers again? Don't forget, we'll bring you the game starting at 5 o'clock on 7:10 a.m. on the app, on the ESPN title, plus an hour on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles on the Listen Live button on the app. That's at 5 o'clock. Let's do it. The LA Afternoon Drive Takeover.
So wait, are you saying that you only like us because you make more money here?
No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is...
I'm a Jerusalem cherry. He likes to lay the wood.
Yeah.
You say Kikuchi.
Wacky forced radio stunt of the year.
Christopher can go to hell.
Oh, nothing worse than the horse.
Nah, man, black don't crack.
Benjamin Pratt is
how do you say his name? Asminger?
Asminger.
Hey, these Hard Knocks guys are all over me right now. It's like I'm in back in Dayton.
You are a bit killer.
Because you got to talk about sperm?
I mean, look at me. I'm a hot piece of ass. I mean, look at him.
I'm on with Sedano.
Followers.
Yamaliava. Because I thought it was I'm a leaving.
Sedano and Kap, your Memorial Day weekend Friday afternoon right now.
Bing, da bump. Boom, bing, bump, da bump, doom, da bump. Boom, bing, bump, dig, doom, da bump. Boom, ba bump, da bump, ding, da bump, dig, boom, ba bump. Yeah. Friday afternoon, on Sedano and Cap here on 710, pulling into a holiday weekend. Shout out to America. Shout out to Memorial Day. Shout out to everybody that has ever given their service or even more. We appreciate all you guys and gals out there as we get ready to celebrate Memorial Day weekend. And it is Friday. And I will say this, my man Sedano, I'm a little concerned about him today. Does he make it onto the airwaves? I watched him just moments ago on YouTube because today was the last ever Around the Horn. Let me say something about Around the Horn. A 24-year run in anything. Forget about television or media or radio or anything like that. If you have a job for 24 years, incredible. If you're in the military, 24 years, amazing. If you work for the government for 24 years, if you actually work for 24 years, amazing. So I just watched George on YouTube on the aftermath of Around the Horn, and to have that kind of a run in anything is incredible. All right, George is here now. Hello, Georgie.
Hi.
How are you, man?
I'm a little melancholy, as they say.
Well, I could understand that, man. I mean, listen, I did watch the last Around the Horn here today.
I was tearing up, particularly when Jackie McMullen was talking at the end. Like, I was like, I couldn't, even just thinking about the stuff she was saying, like, about just, being part of the show, all of us getting together at different times, even though most of us have never been in the same place all together. Well, I mean, I'll tell you this. There's no way everyone has been in the same place at the same time. We've come close at, like, some huge sporting events to get everybody, and we always end up taking a big picture and sending it to Tony and the staff. But it is, like, weird how everyone's become this wacky little family via text and email over the years. You know what I mean? Like, and just it's like they've created this fun little family. It's kind of weird, but fun.
Actually, I do know exactly what you mean in that, I could sense from everybody that, well, I mean, I think it's pretty obvious to everybody, no one's in the same room. So it's not like everybody together every day is like, hey, we're all going to meet at this time. We're all going to hang out. And afterwards, we're going to go out and grab a little lunch or dinner. So there's no doubt you could just see that everybody's in different places. But I also sensed, probably just from you more than anybody else, that there is a closeness to everybody. Like, you put out that video last week about Tony Reale welcoming you to the show.
Yeah.
And now, I mean, I realize that you've
done.
Well,
ESPN repurposed it. They used it on, like, a bunch of their own content the last couple of days too. They've taken that stuff and added it to their platforms. To your point, like, and that's just that's just a perfect example. And you could see it. It's on my Instagram and it's on my Twitter or whatever. It just is a perfect example of kind of who he is and how that entire group is. You know what I mean? Like, they are. I always say to people, like, people always ask me, like, who is the nicest person at ESPN? And I think I think Tony is number one. Like, I always say, like, a guy like Tim Kirkjian is in that conversation. Like, he's just, like, the nicest human being you'll ever meet. But, like, Tony, to me, with a bullet, for a multitude of reasons. I think just his ability and willingness to share with you, like, his own, like, personal things and wanting to know if he can help you in yours. It wasn't just, like, a work relationship. Even though you only dealt, you generally only worked together for about an hour or so every week or whatever it was,
Well, did you, when Tony sent you that video that you posted,
yeah,
had you ever met him face-to-face before
Yes,
that?
I had met him before at Izzy Gutierrez's wedding, probably sometime after that too. But, yeah, like, I think that there's just very few times that we had met previous to that, and we definitely knew of each other, and we had a lot of friends in common, particularly Lebitard, who was there, by the way. He walked past him in the hallway at the beginning of the show, which I thought was nice for Dan to be there. And yeah, like, so we did know each other a tiny bit, I would say.
Yeah, I guess what I'm
But
trying
now
to
we've
get
become
at is,
very good friends, like,
Well, right.
legitimately, like, we had him over the house for dinner. Like, whenever I've been in New York, we'll go out to eat. Like, yeah, like, that's just – and that relationship fosters across all the different panelists because, like I've said, whether it's at the NBA Finals or a Super Bowl or wherever, like I mean, hell, I just mentioned Lebitard. Lebitard's wedding, there was a bazillion of the Around the Horn people there. Like, it just, like, we take, like, a big picture and we send it to everybody so we can all kind of keep it. It's just kind of this weird little fun, wacky family. Like, that's just kind of what I keep going back to.
Yeah, well, I understand why today you might feel the way you feel, but I got to say, and I was saying it as you were getting ready to come on, I mean, think about that, George. 24 years.
Oh my God,
anything.
that's an eternity.
In anything, right?
Yeah, I mean, I thought, you know, I don't know who said this first. Maybe it was Dan Patrick. I know that Tony Kornheiser and Wilbon said this on PTI today. But, you know, Tony Reali hosted more Around the Horns than Oprah hosted Oprah shows. And David Letterman hosted David Letterman shows. You know what I mean? Like, think about that. In the lexicon of television, Max Kellerman hosted the first 200 of nearly 5,000 shows. The other 4,800 were hosted by Tony Reali.
But it's just 24 years is just, it's hard to believe. Right? I mean, think about when it started, 2001. I don't know what month
it was. 2002, so it's 23 years. Yeah.
23 years? Okay.
Yeah.
So think about that, though. Like, what was going on in the world in 2002? And I don't need to go into a whole history lesson.
Did you see the show at all? Like, you saw the show or no?
Yeah, I watched it today. Yeah.
So the first topic, what did they talk about? Like, who's the GOAT of the reign of Around the Horn, right? Like, because, of course, if you're going to do the final show, you finally have to put a punctuation on who you think the GOAT is, right? And you know, they talked about three of the panelists on that first segment. I was Bob Ryan, Woody Page, J.A. Adonde, and there was one more.
Was it Tim Calishaw, maybe?
Calishaw might have been on the second group with Jackie
segment?
McMullen and all that. Anyway, whoever it was, no matter what. Right. Three of them said LeBron, and I thought Woody nailed it by saying, like, we started this show talking about this teenager who was supposed to take the NBA by storm in high school at St. Vincent St. Mary, and Tony made the joke, and he's outlasted us. You know what I mean? Like, so it is, you know, that's how far back you go. Like, it was when they were talking about LeBron coming out of high school, for God's sake.
Yeah, but I think what I'll take away is that think about the number of people, and this is something that Reality seemed to be talking about kind of towards the end, and maybe he was talking about it on the YouTube, the aftermath part of it, is that, like, when you think about it, a lot of that show, well, in fact, that show turned newspaper reporter types or newspaper columnist types.
Oh, into stars.
It turned them into TV stars.
Yeah.
And then when they got away from just being about the local columnist from Boston or Denver or Miami or wherever, and then they started to infuse younger people, yourself included at the time.
Yeah.
Clinton Yates for sure. I mean, these are just the people that are close to us. But the way that the FaceTime on that show helped you and Clinton in particular, just because these are the two we're talking about, get into other stuff. Because Tony was saying, you know, now all of a sudden I hear Sedano calling games on NBA, or I see him calling college football games. The FaceTime that you got on Around the Horn, it wasn't just me watching at home on TV. It was on in every casino in Vegas. It was on every airport bar in every airport in America. The show had massive, massive reach and turned into a great platform for opportunity for young up-and-coming people at ESPN.
Oh, no question about it. And I think that here's what I would also say, too. You know, everybody does the Halloween show now on ESPN, but the original Halloween show was Around the Horn. And still to this day is the GOAT Halloween show. Like, if you get one of those 4 spots on Around the Horn on Halloween, like, you have made it, okay, sucker? Like, that's the reality. Because not only do they think of you in a way of like, oh, okay, you're good on the show on TV, but they think you can also do the fun part of it, too, in a way that can be creative and interesting and you know, like, long-lasting and memorable. So, you know, it was years before I even got an ask to do the Halloween show. And then I did 3 straight. So, yeah, like, there's just so many things that they did differently. And it's funny because, you know, look, everybody has their opinion. This is a very subjective business. But I feel like we live in a world of TikTok, right, where everything is quick, takes are fast, you know, everything is truncated, and everybody wants it in bite-sized clips. I mean, to me, no other show. I mean, them and PTI are the 2 shows that do that. And by the way, they did that 20 years ago, well ahead of their time.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Around the Horn was now what podcasting is, where everybody's in different locations and everybody's got their own square. I mean, that was happening long before anybody even knew the word podcasting. Let me say one thing, George, because we'll hit this first break. You know what we should do one day? Because I don't know Tony. Obviously, you guys are close. You know what would be great? Have him as part of when we have these YouTube exclusive times.
Yeah,
30 minutes.
I'll find. I will have him on for sure, and we can just talk about stuff.
Well, right, because then we can go a little bit longer format. We can go a little bit more in depth. We don't have to be constrained by 12 minutes here or 12 minutes there. Like that would be a good idea, because I would love to kind of dig into him a little bit about how he, and I give him the credit for this, how he created that family feel amongst all of you guys who everybody was remote. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So-
and look, it would always be that. Like, if I ran into, I always joke, right? Like, Frank Isola was clearly my biggest rival on the show. We had the most showdown. Like, of all the people I went to, quote-unquote, showdown with, like, the final two, it was him by a long shot. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think, because Caroline, who's our researcher, she's honestly the best in the business. She has it here. I can look it up real quick, head-to-head, because she sent us, like, a whole Excel sheet about all the different stats on the show. Yeah, I'm looking at it here. 16 showdowns between me and Frank Isola in my 8 years or 7+ years of doing the show.
Yeah, that's great. It was a great run, amazing run. Congratulations to Tony. Congratulations to all the cast members. And you know what? Things work in cycles. Sometimes you just assume somebody's going to be there every day, no matter what, and then all of a sudden things end, and you go, yeah, you know what? The world does kind of change, and you're not guaranteed to be there every single day, and maybe you don't want to be there every single day. So, congratulations to everybody around the horn, and that was cool, man. I enjoyed watching not just today's show, but I enjoyed watching the YouTube afterwards. So,
yeah, I'm glad I was able to jump on there real quick and chat with Tony. And it's not like I'm never going to see Tony, but I think that the reality is that on the day it being the last day of the show, I think it's important for everyone to get a few minutes on there with Tone on his YouTube page. And you can just find Tony's going to be doing content on his YouTube page, and I think that Tony will also, if look, Tony's been doing television for 23 years, right? Like, I think that he's going to have plenty of opportunities to do more television if he so chooses to. The good thing about, because he's so talented and so many people love what he's been able to accomplish, that he's going to have a lot of different options. And that may be a mixture of some digital stuff and television stuff, or who knows.
Yeah.
But he's going to have a lot of opportunities that will be presented to him here pretty shortly.
Well, he went from young kid to, like, grown man
Literally
on
young
TV.
kid. Yeah, he grew up on television. Yeah.
Whereas a lot of those guys went from middle-aged people to, like, significantly older people.
Yeah.
Like Bob Ryan today, I'm like, woof.
Bob Ryan is like 80 years old, man.
Right. I mean, and there he was, front and center on TV. So, all right, we'll keep it rolling. We're just getting going. Hey, listen, I want to talk
Are you
to everybody.
driving today, Cappy?
No, I'm just going
No,
right into
I
a
want you
Sellers
to
event.
drive. It's Friday. I want to kick my feet up.
Yeah, go ahead. You kick them up. I'll do it. I don't care.
I'm going to kick my feet. I'm exhausted.
If I'm driving, I'm driving fast, okay?
I slept like 4.5 hours because, you never sleep well, and you have to wake up super early for a flight, a connection. It's just, it was not a fun day.
All right, well, I'm going to hear all about it coming right back. But for now, I want to say to everybody, listen, selling your home, you think of it as being a hassle, okay? But it really doesn't have to be. Because with Seller's Advantage, you can bypass the agents. You can forget about paying hefty commissions. And the other part of it is forget about spending a ton of money on repairs. And believe me, I've gone through this, where the realtor comes into your house, and in my case, she was like, all right, we're going to paint the walls, we're going to do this, we're going to change that, we're going to do, and I go, why am I going to spend $30,000? Don't worry about it. You're going to make way more than that. So you're going to put money in to take money out. Listen, by the time you get done with the repairs, the agent fees, this home could have been sold for a very fair, competitive price without you having to put any money out and without you having to worry that the deal is going to fall through. I would encourage you, if you're considering selling your home, if now is a great time to downsize, your kids are out of the house, they're on their way to college, you don't need that big house anymore, or maybe you're just ready to move, you want to change, get your free, no obligation cash offer today. They pay cash. In fact, they're willing to give you $20,000 to hustle things up and help you move. Call Seller's Advantage, 888-390-AS-IS, 888-390-AS-IS, 888-390-2747. You see the billboards all over every freeway around Los Angeles. But right now, I'm telling you this. Call them, 888-390-2747, or visit them online at sellersadvantage.com. Hey, guys, double down with me in my first ever $10,000 blackjack tournament. It's going to happen on June 6th at the Bicycle Casino. You know it, the Park West Bicycle Casino, 888 Bicycle Casino Drive in Bell Gardens. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to have a live broadcast from 3 to 6. But when you walk in, I want you to say, double down with Cappy. You go to the Players Reward Desk,
and you get your free entry into the tournament, which is going to start at 7 o'clock that night. Remember, it's June 6th. Double Down with Cappy is going to get you a free entry into the tournament, which you're going to need to get because I'm telling you, this thing's going to fill up real fast. Live radio, real cards, big prizes, very limited seats. So lock yours in now. RSVP for more information for all the details on the tournament at ESPNLA.com.
Experience and a passion for helping people, Avner and his family take the call themselves. So whether you have a toilet overflow, a broken water line, a burst supply line, a broken fire sprinkler, whatever the water damage is, you call Avner Gatt today at 818-917-5256, or you go to avnergatt.com. It's 818-917-5256 or avnergatt.com. You call, Avner answers, he says hello. Your claim is our game. avnergatt.com.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. Do you feel like you're losing control of your finances? If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, we can help you take back control. The IRS is the largest and most aggressive collection agency in the world, and they can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Take control of your tax problem now by calling the experts at U.S. Tax Shield and take advantage of the Fresh Start program and new laws that may allow us to negotiate a settlement for the lowest amount possible. Our team of tax attorneys and enrolled agents can stop collections and get you protected so you can take control of your financial future. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, so call now. 800-687-5192. That's 800-687-5192. U.S. Tax Shield. 800-687-5192.
And it is Sedano and Kap, your Friday afternoon, Memorial Day Friday. Let's start here. Happy 33rd birthday, AD99, the one and only Aaron Donald. And she turns 50 years old today. Happy birthday to the great Jewel. Sedano and Kap continues your Friday afternoon right now.
All right, a little Jewel. Okay. Sedano and Kap on 710. Sedano says, "Hey, Sedano, I'm impressed, man. We're in your hotel room now. You're on YouTube. I don't know if you were going to jump in on the video.
There was a lot of things going on in the last 30, 40 minutes, so I was just trying to get sorted out. I couldn't even get on the radio portion of it initially. So.
I don't know what's been going on recently, but, I will admit this. I really screwed everybody up yesterday. Have you heard about this?
Oh, no. I tried bringing it up yesterday, and we never got around to it. So please, go ahead, Cappy.
I'm happy to tell everybody. I am such a dumbass. I can't even begin to tell you. So, George, I leave the studio on Wednesday, and I say to Bergman, I go, hey, my Comrex machine, which is the machine.
Man.
Hey, babe. I'm like, hey, the machine that we use, I'm just telling everybody else, the machine that we use to connect to the radio station when we're not there is called a Comrex machine. And what it requires is, first it requires a battery pack so that you can get charge. Right. And then the second thing it requires is an Ethernet connection so you can hardline in, and that's how you can get on the internet. So, George, I come back on late Wednesday night, and on Thursday afternoon, I plug in my machine, and I'm trying to connect to the radio station. And I don't know, it's not working, and I panic like right away because I have no technical skills whatsoever. Right. So I start panicking. I don't know. I can't get on line 1. It says requesting is line 2. I don't know. I'm trying working on line 3. I'm like, Bergman screwed up my machine. I don't know what the deal is. So now I got Lindsay, who's got a little bit of engineering in her DNA because her dad was a long-time radio engineer.
I was an engineer at one point back when I worked in Cleveland, so I know how to manage all of this.
Right.
Cleveland,
this
is for you.
Yeah. So. Go ahead.
Cleveland, this is for you.
So I'm kind of relying.
Oh, thank you, appreciate it.
I'm kind of relying on Lindsay a little bit. I'm like, Lindsay, help me. I don't know what's going on. Next thing I know, I've got Bergman on the line. I'm FaceTiming them, George, so they can see the monitor on my Comrex. I don't know. I'm pressing configuration. I'm pressing settings. I'm pressing networks.
The error message that he was getting, we're not familiar with that one. That's not one we normally come across.
So, George, we're about 20 minutes into this, and we're about 3 minutes from going on the air when I realize that I have not plugged in the Ethernet connection to the Comrex.
Yeah, that's pretty important.
And me and Greg are like ripping our hair out trying to like troubleshoot this and figure out why the hell we can't get them online.
And poor
That's
Lindsay,
not the first time that's happened to you. By
It's
the way.
not.
I know. And poor Lindsay had whatever else was going on in her
I had a
life.
rough day. I had a rough day.
She'd been having herself a rough day. So I just piled on just pounds of stress right on top of her. So we're on. You got on. I got on. We're on. We're here. It's Friday. You mentioned that you're wiped out. You're exhausted. I can only imagine.
It's going to happen when 5 o'clock comes around. You're going to be really tired.
That's all right. We'll get through that 5 o'clock hour when we just go to YouTube.
Well,
Even
I
if we
told
watch George sleep.
Christopher. I told Christopher that on a holiday weekend to do this on a Friday, we should have thought that one through. Number one, but number two, Fridays after like 2 p.m. Eastern, and I think anyone who's ever worked with anything online knows that traffic drops significantly. So probably not a worthwhile venture to do anything of that kind of sort.
Well, Lindsay presented that notion in our group chat.
I saw the reaction just now.
Yeah.
I got a chance to catch up on it, but I mean, listen.
Listen,
okay,
I wasn't going rogue by just making that statement.
We'll get through it today.
We will, yeah.
But just worth noting, as I said.
Yeah.
The traffic was pretty bad. Even DeAndre said it was like really rough.
Oh, it was awful.
Because everyone's getting out there and getting ready to celebrate
Oh,
Memorial Day
dude,
weekend.
my wife went to the office today in Hollywood, and she says like it was a breeze to get there because everybody's already out of town.
We were coming this way. You're right. It's like traffic was bad because people are like leaving. So people going into the city, she's probably like, oh yeah, no problem. But people going out, no, different story.
I'm a leaving.
By the way, I'm a little snotty still from like the tearing
I'm
up
a
little
leaving.
bit during Around the Horn's final show. So.
Did you cry literal tears?
I did. I had like a tear that I shed. I absolutely did shed a tear.
Wow, you are human. Wow.
Well, there's a question that
I'm only human. Who sang that song?
You're only human.
I don't know that one.
You just screwed it up because the carrying of the tune was so poor.
I'm only human.
Actually, I think it's Human League.
I think you're
No,
right,
Human
Punchy
League is
Lava.
a different song.
No, I think it's Human League.
But just pretty good when he like throws these little fact
Find the
clips out
song.
there.
You got to find the
I'm
song.
telling you, I'm telling you.
I would have it, but I think George and his effort to carry the tune has screwed me up.
Funch is like a wealth of knowledge. When
I'm
it
an
comes
80s
in.
connoisseur.
Yeah.
Is it the Human League, Funchy?
Yeah, it is. Really.
That would be a little too easy, but you might be right.
Yeah.
Hold on, give me a sec.
All right, hold on. DeAndre's finding the song, George.
He's right. Funchy is right.
Wow.
Really good with 80s music.
I'm only
Funch,
human.
you should be on Jeopardy.
That's a great song right there.
I've never
That's
heard
what you
this
drive. Like when you're if you're driving up, like let's say you want to do that nice drive from like PCH up to the NorCal. You know what I mean?
Well, right. If you're going to go up there, I mean,
Play a little Human League along.
Yeah.
Take the 8-hour drive. You know.
you got to rent a convertible. You
Right.
know, you wind up getting one of those like Mustang convertible rentals or a Camaro convertible. You know, yeah. You take the 101 all the way up. You take the PCH.
Yeah.
You start cruising up towards Big Sur, and you're like, oh, it's religious, and then you just blast the Human League. I'm with you. So are you?
Here we go. Here we go. Here,
All right,
crank
here
it
we
up.
I'm only human.
Flesh
I love
and
that
blood,
Punch knew that.
I'm made.
Yeah. Now,
I
DeAndre,
heard that
did.
song. I'm not gonna lie to you. I heard this song before.
Come on. I'm only human.
Flesh
Hey.
You guys, I have an idea for the 5 o'clock hour today. We should play Name That Tune.
No, you know what? Literally, I don't give a crap. We might just do karaoke for the like seriously, I don't care. I am so fried today that I don't care.
All right,
okay?
let me hear about being fried. As a matter of fact, hold on. Before you fry us all, I do want to hear, because I mean, you are now part of what I call the traveling circus.
Oh, there's no question that's the case.
I want to hear everything that happened last night. I want to hear game. I want to hear post game. I want to hear
No
flights.
post game. I went straight to bed. I walked straight from the arena to the hotel, packed and got ready for bed. Like,
All
but
right.
the problem is,
Yeah.
so long story short, obviously everybody knows what happened in the game. Okay, look, let's start with this. I've been trying to tell y'all mother bleepers that OKC is really good, okay? And they are taking these guys, at least through 2 games, to school.
Oh, this series is over. This series is over to the point where Perk might be right that Minnesota might be lucky to just get one. Can you hold that thought for us?
Yeah.
As we-
It's
as
not
we hit
cold
the
like
break?
Minnesota today. It's very actually warm like Minnesota today.
Well, you know, here in Southern California, summer starts at Ocean Subaru of Fullerton with the
Yeah.
Memorial Day savings that you absolutely do not want to miss. Right now, you can take advantage of 0% financing for 72 months on a brand new 2025 Subaru Solterra. Beautiful car. I've driven it. Or the 2025 Subaru Crosstrek, another fantastic car that I've driven, only 3.9% financing for 48 months. And when you buy a new Subaru at Ocean Subaru of Fullerton, you get a complimentary gift like, here's some examples, a Sonos speaker, which would be great in your house, an iron forged grill. How about some smash burgers? Let's do that. An inflatable paddleboard, perfect thing for the summer, or a $500 Visa gift card. For complete details, visit oceansubaruoc.com, or would love to have you come into the store, Ocean Subaru on Euclid Street in Fullerton, and check out our huge selection of Subarus, the safest vehicle on the road, and a sales staff that's going to get you and your family into the right vehicle. Hurry into Ocean Subaru today because these offers end soon. OceanSubaruOC.com.
Happy Memorial Day
Hey
weekend
guys,
2020.
double down with me in my first ever $10,000 blackjack tournament. It's going to happen on June 6th at the Bicycle Casino. You know it, the Park West Bicycle Casino, 888 Bicycle Casino Drive in Bell Gardens. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to have a live broadcast from 3 to 6. But when you walk in, I want you to say, double down with Cappy. You go to the Players Reward Desk, and you get your free entry into the tournament, which is going to start at 7 o'clock that night. Remember, it's June 6th. Double Down with Cappy is going to get you a free entry into the tournament, which you're going to need to get because I'm telling you, this thing's going to fill up real fast. Live radio, real cards, big prizes, very limited seats. So lock yours in now. RSVP for more information for all the details on the tournament at espnla.com.
Hey, it's Travis. Join us Friday, May 30th from 9 a.m. to noon at Legends Attic in Claremont as we celebrate their one-year anniversary and kick off the Freddie Freeman World Series Game 1 Walk-Off Grand Slam Ball Tour. Plus, Oral Hershiser hosting special guests, Dodgers voice Joe Davis, Steve Sachs, Rick Monday, Jaime Harin, Peter O'Malley, and more. Giveaways in the amazing art of Dave Hobrick. Purchase your tickets for meet and greets at legendsattic.com. We'll see you Friday, May 30th at Legends Attic in Claremont.
$50 in match play. Park West Bicycle Casino.
Please gamble responsibly. Problemgambling.ca.gov. 1-800-GAMBLER. GEGR-001291. GAR-001292. GAR-001298. BSIS license number 1358.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. Do you feel like you're losing control of your finances? If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, we can help you take back control. The IRS is the largest and most aggressive collection agency in the world, and they can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Take control of your tax problem now by calling the experts at U.S. Tax Shield and take advantage of the Fresh Start program and new laws that may allow us to negotiate a settlement for the lowest amount possible. Our team of tax attorneys and enrolled agents can stop collections and get you protected so you can take control of your financial future. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, so call now. 800-687-5192. That's 800-687-5192. U.S. Tax Shield. 800-687-5192.
And it is Sedano and Kap, your Friday afternoon, Memorial Day Friday. On this day, back in 1980, The Shining was released in U.S. theaters. Red Rum! And on this day in 2000, Eminem released his third album, The Marshall Mathers LP. Sedano and Kap continues your Friday afternoon right now.
I repeat, with a real Slim Shady, please stand up. We're gonna have a problem here. Y'all act like you never seen a white person before.
Yeah.
All on the floor like Pam and Tommy just burst in the door and started whooping her first than before. They
Love this song. Sedano and Kap on 710. Sedano is in Minnesota. Apparently it's not cold there.
No, it's really nice, like 70 degrees. It's beautiful.
So let me hear about last night, because let me just say one thing to you about Oklahoma City. You've been touting Oklahoma City all year long. And you've been telling us how great they are. You've done a bunch of their games, so you've been around them. You've even had a chance to share in Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's aura, which was lovely. You know, really nice. In fact, I saw
Thank you for letting me share in your aura.
You're so welcome. I saw you last night posting a video when Shai was running out from the tunnel, and you're like, there he is. There's the MVP. So the game, George, by 3 or 4 minutes to go in the third quarter, that thing was over. When they extended that lead to 24 points,
Yep.
It wasn't like the Indiana-New York game where you're like, I mean, the game's over, but they just started firing off bombs, and who knew that they were actually going to come back? But there was no chance Minnesota was coming back in that game last night. And I'm starting to think that Kendrick Perkins may have been right, which is that Minnesota might just be lucky to get one game in this series. This thing is toast.
It's starting to look that way, I would say. I would never completely rule it out, but it does feel like – look, do I think that – here's what I would say. I don't think Minnesota's winning 4 out of the next 5 unless there's some sort of injury. So, by definition, that would mean that I think Oklahoma City's going to win the series now.
Mm-hmm. How was it last night? I mean, the pregame presentation with the commissioner and the MVP and all of his teammates.
The commissioner brought it in, Cappy.
Well, hey, he's a good Hebrew brother. Of course he is. He knows you. He sees you. He's like, oh, come on. Sedano, give me a little love.
We do see each other more frequently. We've seen each other actually a number of times this year. Mm-hmm. The commissioner and his cabinet, as I like to call them as well. He has most commissioners have a cabinet, as you know, Cappy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So we were there pregame. I'm trying to think. Anything pregame? I mean, other than just the shenanigans we did on the air. Then after that, there was some chit-chat. We had a little, chit-chat with a bunch of different writers at the media dining area, talked about the series.
Did they have good media dining, by the way?
Good dessert.
Oh, yeah? What was for dessert? Let me hear.
They had like this really good chocolate cake and like some ice cream on an ice cream station. Like it was really good.
Who would you say of all the NBA teams that like you've been to pretty much every arena has the best media dining?
Oh, during the playoffs, it's easily hands down Boston. It's not even close. They literally will serve you lobster.
Wow.
Is it a big lobster?
And chowder. Yeah, like a main, like they give you a whole main lobster.
Oh, my God.
Oh, damn.
So it's not even close. It's absolutely Boston. Sorry, Laker fans. That's just the reality of it.
Well, never mind.
They call lobsters in Boston, they call them bugs.
Yeah, bugs, right.
Yeah.
So anyway, so then after the media dining, we're getting ready. You're just saying hello to people, chit-chatting. Hey, just running into people. Hey, how you doing?
How you doing? Hey, how you been?
My version of the Cappy Lappy, basically.
Right.
Yeah.
How you doing? Hey, how you been?
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, how you doing? All right, nice to see you. All right, how are you?
Yeah. And then, a lot of that. A lot of what do you think? How do you think this is going to go? Do you think they're going to win today? And a lot of, Minnesota better win today kind of conversations. Then the game happens, to your point, and it was competitive for a while, right?
Half.
Right. And then at half, you started to see OKC kind of pull away a little bit, like, uh-oh. And then in the third quarter, they just blew their doors off. Like
just
it was
ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, Minnesota made like a little run to get within like 10, if I recall correctly, in the fourth. But then it was like OKC hit the throttle again. So post game, who did I talk to? Lisa had Shea and Jalen. Then Jalen Williams came to talk to me, J-Dub, as they call him, because there's two of them.
Mm-hmm.
There's J-Will, J-Dub. So Dub came to me. Then I walked. I went. That's it. I was like, hey, I'm out. I got to pack. I got to get ready for tomorrow. I booked. Let's just say this, Cappy. I have booked for every possible scenario a flight in this series. I have booked a scenario if it's a sweep and I'm coming back to LA. I've booked a flight to OKC for Game 5. I've booked a return flight to LA from OKC for Game 5. I've booked a flight back to Minnesota for Game 6. I've booked a return flight to LA from Game 6, a flight from Game 6 to Game 7 to OKC if needed, and then a flight home from LA if there is a Game 7. So I've got all the bases covered. I did all that last night because I'm like, you know what? I can always cancel these, get the credits, and just kind of move forward and use them for the finals. But
I am so impressed with all of your travel work. I honestly, this morning I woke up and I was like, the number one thing I have to accomplish today is I need to book a flight in June to Philadelphia. And I swear to you,
You're incapable.
Completely incapable. Because I'm supposed to fly in theory from L.A. to Phoenix, hook up with a pal, fly from Phoenix to Philly. I'm like, wait a second, what am I doing here? Because I started to look for direct flights rather than stopping to hang with this buddy of mine and fly with him. And honestly, by the time I got 15 minutes into trying to do this, I just gave up. I don't know how you book all these flights, man.
I can do it for you next week when you're in here, Cap. We could do it just like when I had to help you with your Spirit flight.
I know, but George,
Cappy,
I'm so impressed.
It took me 15 minutes to do all that. That was it. It's very quick.
I gave up after 15 minutes on booking one flight. You booked 12
Cap,
flights last night.
Why don't you just tell your personal assistant to do it?
Well, she's out of town right now. And
right.
Right.
She's probably
Isn't
not
she
going to
always
watch
out
this
of
on
town?
YouTube either later.
No, she's. No, Lynn, she's coming back next week. And I even said to Rachel, I go, Rachel, I need to work with her next week. Her name's Laurel. I said, I need to work with her next week because I need her to help me book these flights and book these hotels. I got to take this trip. I got to go. I can't do it on my own. I am legitimately incapable of booking my own flights.
We know.
Yes, we know.
I know you know.
George, what do you think
Kurt
out of
Sandoval just followed me on Instagram 39 seconds ago.
Wow.
I'm following him back.
Wow.
George, what do you think is the most likely outcome for all the flights that you booked?
5. There's no way. It's not going to be a sweep. We're going to have to go back to OKC because I'm going to have to take another. The travel guides, they want me to take another connecting flight that's going to take 5.5 hours or 6 hours to go from Minneapolis to OKC when it should only take 2.
So you
I
think
disagree,
next
by the
Thursday,
way.
you're flying back to LA next Thursday, you think?
Yeah, I will probably need to take Thursday off because we may have a child care situation at my home if I am back that day.
I'll bring the kids with you to work.
No, I just trust me when I do.
Okay. Okay.
So wait, so we're taking next Thursday off? Okay, cool.
No
Maybe.
YouTube on Thursday.
Hell yeah.
Okay,
Maybe.
so if George has a child care issue next Thursday.
There might be a situation occurring that I don't want to have to get into too much detail on the air.
Can you tell us off the air? Because now I'm intrigued. Is
Yeah, I
everything
mean,
okay?
it's not. Yeah, everyone's fine. It's
Okay.
not really like it's just there's a lot of moving parts, and if I'm home, I probably need to deal with it.
Next week, a lot is happening right now this week and next week in particular, graduation season. And
Well,
next
that's
Friday,
also part of it, right?
Yeah, next Friday. I actually have the day off next Friday because it's Rachel's son's high school graduation. This is it. We're done. We are done. We will have 6 kids combined between the two of us all through high school. And shout out to all the moms and dads out there today in particular that are celebrating their kids' high school graduations, college graduations, whatever it is you guys got
Middle
going
school
on.
graduations.
Elementary school
Hey,
graduations.
shout out to all of y'all.
Kindergarten graduations.
Yeah. My nephew, he's graduating middle school, and so I got him tickets to the Dodgers-Gardos game next week.
Real quick, Cappy, to finish real quick. So I packed, but the problem is I had a 6 a.m. wake up. So, by the time I was done packing and all that stuff, it was like 12:30, almost 1 o'clock. And then, you just don't sleep. I don't sleep well when I know I got to get up, even though there's an alarm on my phone. I didn't sleep well. The room got hot. I don't know, maybe Ellie, the ghost over there at that hotel we were at, we were in the haunted hotel. It's maybe she was messing with the temperature. I heard a bunch of doors slamming, although that could have been just drunk people. But yeah, it just was not conducive to sleep. And then I'm up and I'm tired. I'm tired when I have I had a double shot espresso cappuccino, and I'm still exhausted. Because usually you give me one of those and I'm wired for 12 hours.
We know.
But I'm like, if this show ended right now and I just laid down on that bed behind me, I would pass out for the rest of the night.
Mm-hmm. In the meantime, you with that bed behind you is like one of those things that I talked about earlier in the week when people have Zoom calls and you can see the bed in their bedroom or the bed in their hotel room, and it just freaks me out. Is that bed completely made, or have you been in that bed already?
I mean, I laid down on it to watch.
But you haven't
Around the Horn.
you haven't taken the covers out. You haven't.
No, I just laid on the covers to watch Around the Horn.
You haven't taken your clothes off yet, and
No, I'm wearing my UCLA Jumpman shirt. No.
Okay, all right.
I mean, I'm wearing actual pants.
Hey, look at this guy.
Lululemon pants.
Look at this guy. Yeah. Guy's actually dressed.
I mean, I could have been in my chonas. You would have never known.
I know you could have. That I know.
Yeah.
George.
So anyway, yeah, and then long day to get here, man. We had delays. It was just whatever, long day.
Let's talk a little bit about Prize Picks because I'm playing tonight's game because I think I know what I'm doing tonight, but
I feel like you got to go more. If I was going to play more on one thing, it would be more on what's assists on Hallie.
Let me find that out for you here in 1 second.
But in the meantime, if you want sports action in the state of California, Prize Picks is the place to be. Download the Prize Picks app. Use the promo code CAPPY, KPPY. First $5 play gets you $50 bonus. And it's very simple to play Prize Picks. You go more, you go less. There's a stat line, like I just said to Cappy, rebounds for Tyrese Halliburton, right? You go more or less. You bundle a couple together, you can win cold, hard cash.
Here's how I played it tonight. And keep in mind, it's important to try and find something that you feel can go less. Most of us are very positive players. We want to see guys score more, rebound more, assist more, etc. You have to be able to find some lesses in there. I got Tyrese Halliburton tonight, and I know he was on fire, and I know he had that big shot, and I know he even played great in overtime. I've got him for less than 20.5 points tonight.
Yeah, that's fine. He's not always a big scorer, so.
Well, I went back to the previous series against Cleveland, and in Game 2, he only scored 4 points. Remember that game?
Yeah.
So I'm going to bank on Halliburton going less than 20.5 points tonight.
What's the assist number?
I'll find that for you in a second. I've got Jalen Brunson for more than 40.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Yeah. If the Knicks are going to win, he got to put up numbers, right?
Yeah.
This kid, Aaron Nesmith, I've got him for more than 19.5 points, rebounds, and assists now that I know who he is. And I took OG Anunoby for less than 23.5 points, rebounds, and assists. So that's how I'm playing tonight, George. But my account is low, man. I gotta get a win. I desperately need a win. So you're looking for assists on Tyrese Halliburton?
Yeah. What is it tonight?
I'm working on it here. I'm in the assist section. I do want to say to everybody that today is a Flex Friday, so make sure you're clicking on the promos and you're opting in on Flex Friday. Tyrese Halliburton, here he is. Assist 9. What do you think?
Ooh. Let me think about that one on the other side. How about that?
All right. I want everybody to download the Prize Picks app. Use our code Kappy, Kappy. Make your first $5 play. Get that $50 bonus. Hit the promos tab, and somebody's going to win those 2 tickets to the ship. Somebody's getting courtside seats, airfare, hotel, all the accommodations, the entire schmear. But you got to click the promo section on Prize Picks.
Prize Picks, run your game.
Hey guys, double down with me in my first ever $10,000 blackjack tournament. It's going to happen on June 6th at the Bicycle Casino. You know it, the Park West Bicycle Casino, 888 Bicycle Casino Drive in Bell Gardens. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to have a live broadcast from 3 to 6. But when you walk in, I want you to say, double down with Kappy. You go to the Players Reward Desk, and you get your free entry into the tournament, which is going to start at 7 o'clock that night. Remember, it's June 6th. Double Down with Kappy is going to get you a free entry into the tournament, which you're going to need to get because I'm telling you this thing's going to fill up real fast. Live radio, real cards, big prizes, very limited seats. So lock yours in now. RSVP for more information for all the details on the tournament at ESPNLA.com.
B vitamins and natural caffeine, plus it's NSF certified for sport. Just clean energy to keep you locked in without the crash or synthetic junk. So go grab yourself the limited edition Lakers can and rep the team in style. Pro Baller Energy, champions choose clean energy.
Is it time to downsize? Selling your home doesn't have to be a hassle. With Seller's Advantage, skip agents, commissions, and costly repairs. Get a fair, competitive
Hey,
cash
it's Travis.
offer without
Join us
worrying
Friday,
about
May
the
30th
details.
from 9 a.m. to noon at Legends Attic in Claremont as we celebrate their one-year anniversary and kick off the Freddie Freeman World Series Game 1 Walk-Off Grand Slam Ball Tour. Plus, Oral Hershiser hosting special guests, Dodgers voice Joe Davis, Steve Sachs, Rick Monday, Jaime Harin, Peter O'Malley, and more. Giveaways in the amazing art of Dave Hobrick. Purchase your tickets for meet and greets at legendsattic.com. We'll see you Friday, May 30th at Legends Attic in Claremont.
Los Angeles.
710 ESPN.
A good karma brands radio station.
710 ESPN.
Sedano and Kap for your afternoon right now on 710 ESPN.
It's time for what you need to know.
Let's do it. What you need to know right now.
What you need to know is brought to you by Morongo Casino Resort and Spa. Good times, just 90 minutes from wherever you are. Take it away, Linz.
Thank you, Sedano, even though she left the room.
Hey, by the way, I just got a Google alert that the entire internet is being shut down at 5 o'clock Pacific time. Did you guys get that?
Yeah, I did too.
Okay.
The entire internet of the world?
Yeah.
The whole internet. Because once it gets past 2 p.m. on the East Coast, forget it. This thing shuts down.
Mostly streaming.
Mm-hmm.
All right. A couple days ago, Shake Shack announced that they're adding fried pickles to their menu, the first ever side that isn't crinkle-cut fries. The new item features dill pickles that are fried, and it's going to be made with house-made Shake Ranch. I don't know what it's called, but whatever. Are you guys fried pickle people?
Nah, not me.
I could do a little fried pickle.
No, I'm not. Me too. I'm not a fried pickle guy.
Well, I would say that I'm the kind of guy that would be like, oh, I'm not going to order that. But then somebody at the table does order it, and I'm like, all right, I'll try
Yeah, I
one.
might have
just
one.
Yeah, just let me have one. And then once you have that fried pickle, you're like, oh, my God.
Have you guys ever had a pickleback after a shot?
A pickleback
Yeah, like
after
a pickle
shot?
chaser.
Yeah, pickle juice chaser.
Negative,
No.
but open to it.
Yeah, you should do it. It's
What's
good.
the benefit of the pickle juice
I don't
after
know.
the
It's,
shot?
it's I don't know.
hydration.
I guess hydration, and also it tastes kind of good when you take a bitter liquor or something, you know?
I don't know. I mean, what do you do shots of? I mean, I honestly...
I've done it with vodka.
Ugh.
Beto was saying, I remember there's like some kind of shot, and it's called like a Mexican stoplight, and it has pickle juice in it somewhere.
Yeah.
I forget
Beto,
what it is.
what are we talking about here, Beto?
Hold on, let me look it up. Yeah, he's probably listening. I know you're listening.
Well, he's
Beto.
on. He's in the chat.
Oh,
He's
yeah,
in the
Beto,
live
tell
YouTube
us.
chat.
Mexican stoplight shot. Let me see. Stoplight vodka shot. It is, and the reason it's Mexican is because of the colors that it comes in.
Like the Mexican flag.
Correct. Yes, 3 ounces of vodka, 1 dash cranberry juice, 1 dash orange juice, 1 dash melon liqueur.
Oh, that's not the one I was
very
thinking
simple.
of.
Yeah.
The one I thought had pickle juice in it. So never mind.
Try it. Pickle juice.
Pickle juice, though, like shots of vodka. Like, man, the only thing I can even think about taking a shot of, really, honestly, is tequila.
Ew.
I don't even do shots of anything. I'm a grown ass man. I don't
George,
even do shots of anything.
Never been at the bar with like all the guys from like that are in the league, all the ball knowers, and they're like, "Come on, let's get a round of shots."
No, I don't think. I think shots
Ball
are
knowers.
like shots are like a young person's thing. That's not like how old people drink.
I would generally agree with that. Like last night,
You're conceding quite a thing there, George.
George, last night, quick
I'm
story
not young
for you.
anymore. That's for sure.
Some friends of mine have come to visit for the holiday weekend. Right? They got an Airbnb very close by. Beautiful house. I mean, right on the beach. Spectacular. And you know what this is what they tell me last night. They go, "Oh, hey, we got some really good tequila." I go, "Okay, great. Let's see what you got." They tell me, "You've never heard of this. You've never seen this tequila. You got to see this."
And it was tequila mandala.
Not only was it Mandala,
The
but
blanc or the
extra añejo.
Añejo.
So my boy is kind of a tequila snob, and he's like, "Oh my God!" He went to the liquor store. He's like, "This Mandala has this incredible rating." So he bought the Mandala, the extra añejo, and showed it off to me last night, like as if he was going to show me something I'd never heard of before.
And then you like pulled out the case of them, and you're like, "Hey, don't worry, buddy."
No. To which I replied, "These are my people." Yeah. He goes, "What do you mean these are your people?" I go, "These are my boys, man." I go, "The Cartosian brothers. This is. I know these people well." He's like, "What are you talking about?" I'm like, "Bro, I'm telling you, man, dinners and events and radio and spas, these are my people." And he thought he was showing me something that I'd never heard of before.
That's
and I had to school him in the Mandala.
Yeah, good for you, Cappy.
Yeah. See that? He
By
thought
the
he
way-
had one.
The way, Cap, I am gonna have pickle chips with my Shake Shack for dinner because they're
Tonight?
yeah, tonight because they
Yeah,
came
pickle
out already.
chips. Pickle chips are one of those things. Like I'm saying, I would not normally order it, but then I would have it, and I'd be like, "Oh my God, I got to go
I
get it."
try one. Like I'm always game to try one. You know what I mean? But like I'm not.
Hooters has pickle chips. That's the first time I had them, and I was like, "Oh," because I worked there a long time ago, and that was like one of my favorite go-to snacks.
Mm-hmm.
The pickle chips with some
Yeah.
ranch.
Well, that I know. It's put it this way: as soon as I'm done with the ranch and the pickled chips, it's immediately go run a marathon. That or go grab cholesterol medication.
That's
one
not
or the
that
other.
bad for you. They're just pickles.
Nah, it's pretty bad, but
I
it's
mean,
okay.
Fries are worse for you.
Fries?
Yeah, don't you think?
Nah, I don't
At least
think
there's
so.
a vegetable in there with the pickle. Well, I guess potatoes are vegetables.
Well,
I'll shut up now.
The dipping of the ranch is the next level. You
Don't
know.
hate on ranch.
No, I'm not hating on ranch. I love ranch. But anyway, so George, let me say something about the Timberwolves. I want to hear what you think about this.
Okay.
So I will admit that I have been, I'm going to call it playoff basketball naive, meaning I thought the way that Minnesota dismantled the Lakers, I actually thought Minnesota was good. And what I'm realizing,
because you thought that the Lakers were pretty good, right?
right, because going into the playoffs, I actually thought the Lakers were good. Like I had convinced myself that the Lakers with Luka, this was a team that was going to make a big run in the postseason, and they were going to get to where we are right now, which is the Western Conference Finals. And if I'm really being honest with myself, I actually thought the Lakers had a chance to go to the championship. But that's only because I bought my own hype. So I thought the Lakers were good going into the postseason. Then Minnesota dismantled them. And Rudy Gobert in that Game 5, I was like, oh, man, the Lakers, man, they got to get some big men. They legitimately decided not to give Jackson Hayes 1 minute of playing time in that game.
Oh, no, not this again.
Well, wait, but here's the thing. How bad has Rudy Gobert been so far in this Western Conference Finals? The guy scored like 7 points combined in 2 games. Think about him scoring this crazy-ass amount of points. What was it, 30 points against the Lakers?
Noise? Is that you, George?
That was me doing, like, you ever seen that John Wall meme where he's, like, slumped over in the chair, like, that was like when Cappy brought up Jackson Hayes again.
Well, I'm bringing up Jackson Hayes only
Hashtag
because my point is only about Rudy Gobert.
Oh.
That he's been so bad in these first 2 games that he has no offensive contribution whatsoever.
Funchie's got better hands right now than Rudy Gobert now.
You damn right.
But against the Lakers, Rudy Gobert
good hands.
was like a Hall of Famer. You know what I'm saying? So here's the thing. I thought Minnesota was good.
I wouldn't go that far. He had 1 great game.
Well, I thought Minnesota was really good because I had myself believing that the Lakers were really good.
Okay.
Then I thought Minnesota was really good because they beat Golden State. And I knew that Steph was out and they weren't winning without Steph. Yeah. But the way that
But I think Minnesota was going to beat them even with Steph.
Okay,
so here's what I would say, Cappy.
All right, let me hear.
Minnesota is good. They were 30-6 in their last 36 games or whatever it was. Okay, particularly I believe the stat is the last 36 games that Julius Randle started, they were 30-6 because Julius has played really well for them since he was hurt earlier in the year. And they were struggling early in the season. They are good. They would have beat the Warriors, I think, without Steph, although we'll never really know. But I felt fairly confident that they would pull out a tough series. What I'm going to tell you is, what I've been trying to say all season, is that the Oklahoma City Thunder are historically good. They have the largest point differential in NBA regular season history. Okay?
Wait, I thought that was OKC.
Isn't that what I just said?
Oh, I thought you said Minnesota. Maybe I misheard.
Come on, Lindsay. Come on,
I
girl.
thought you were
Come on,
talking about
Lindsay.
Minnesota.
Just said it. Come on, Lindsay.
Oh, okay.
You just said it. I mean, come on. I mean, come on.
So they had the largest point differential in regular season history. The types of teams you're talking about who have done that are all championship teams, all of them, okay, that are in that ballpark. And then you look at the 68 win total, okay? Let's say you don't care about point differential. Point differential, you and your analytics. Okay, not that should be some sort of like crazy analytic. How about just wins? 68 wins is like, I believe, top 7 in the history of the sport. And by the way, the other 6, all of them but the Warriors have pretty much won a championship. Okay, so it's pretty darn impressive what they've been able to accomplish. So they're in the pantheon of great regular season teams. And now, by the way, even though their point differential in the regular season was as great as it was, the greatest of all time, their playoff point differential is even better than that. Okay? So this is when they're actually playing the good teams all the time. Not just like you're not sneaking in a Charlotte Hornets in there. You know what I mean? Or a New Orleans Pelicans in there. Like they're playing quality competition night in and night out, and they're still beating these teams up. Look at the games they won against Denver. They won 2 close ones. They lost 2 close ones, but then they had 2 blowouts, right? In their 4 victories. So they are a team that is really damn good. Like they're going to be one of those teams that we need to, the only reason people are knocking them is because of the age, right? And that's the only thing people have been holding above their head. And I've been trying to dispute that notion that doesn't matter because the data tells you how good they are. Like, age doesn't matter because look at the data, man.
Hey, man, check out the data, babe.
Exactly.
Hey, babe, check out that data. Well,
so that's the thing. Minnesota is good, Cappy. But the difference is Oklahoma City is elite.
Okay, well.
So how far away does that make the Lakers from elite?
Well, that is exactly my point.
I also think styles make fights, right? Like, I just think that the Lakers, because they're a little more perimeter-oriented, Oklahoma City's a little more perimeter-oriented, that style, those two maybe play a more competitive series than Minnesota in that scenario, although Minnesota is a better team than the Lakers. Doesn't mean necessarily they can't just always use just the transitive property that because Minnesota is getting their butt kicked right now that the Lakers would also get their butt kicked. Now, that may be the case, but I think that styles make fights. So I do think the Lakers could be potentially more competitive than Minnesota because they just match up a little bit.
Okay, but I want to bring this back to the Lakers here right after the break, though. I want to bring it back to the Lakers.
Okay.
But before we do, I want to say this, George. Today is the Friday before Memorial Day weekend, a holiday weekend for most people. Get out there this weekend and celebrate. Celebrate America. Celebrate summertime. Celebrate life. Celebrate the people that have defended this country. Celebrate those that have given the ultimate sacrifice for our country. And may I suggest, just a thought here, but just a suggestion from your pal Cap here, how about an icy cold Coors Light? In fact, not just an icy cold Coors Light. How about a 6-pack? How about a 12-pack? How about a case? How about some icy cold Coors Light? Of course, drink it responsibly. But is there any better way to celebrate summertime and Memorial Day and America than an icy cold Coors Light? I say no. I say Coors Light is the beverage of Memorial Day weekend. I don't know if it's official or not, but I'm making it official right now. You can get Coors Light delivered. You can pick it up at your local store. All you have to do to find out more is visit this website, cachoosechill.com, because that's what we're all about here in Southern California is choosing chill. Visit cachoosechill.com. 2025 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Celebrate responsibly and cheers.
Yes, indeed. It's time for another battle in the East tonight. Eastern Conference Finals game number 2.
Hey,
Pacers.
guys, double down with me in my first ever $10,000 blackjack tournament. It's going to happen on June 6th at the Bicycle Casino. You know it, the Park West Bicycle Casino, 888 Bicycle Casino Drive in Bell Gardens. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to have a live broadcast from 3 to 6. But when you walk in, I want you to say, double down with Cappy. You go to the Players Reward Desk, and you get your free entry into the tournament, which is going to start at 7 o'clock that night. Remember, it's June 6th. Double down with Cappy is going to get you a free entry into the tournament, which you're going to need to get because I'm telling you, this thing's going to fill up real fast. Live radio, real cards, big prizes, very limited seats. So lock yours in now. RSVP for more information for all the details on the tournament at espnla.com.
No matter what your reason for selling, Seller's Advantage will make you a competitive cash offer and can close in as little as days or as long as you need. Don't worry about the condition of your home. You don't need to pay for costly repairs because they buy as is. Seller's Advantage has been buying homes for over 20 years, focusing on helping sellers get the highest offer possible without having to get it ready for the market or deal with agents or pay commissions. They make selling easy and painless. They'll even offer you a $20,000 advance for moving and other expenses. If it's time to sell your home, call Seller's Advantage for a no-obligation offer. Call 888-390-AS-IS, 888-390-AS-IS, 888-397-2747, or visit sellersadvantage.com.
Hey, it's Travis. Join us Friday, May 30th from 9 a.m. to noon at Legends Attic in Claremont as we celebrate their one-year anniversary and kick off the Freddie Freeman World Series Game 1 Walk-Off Grand Slam Ball Tour. Plus, Oral Hershiser hosting special guests, Dodgers voice Joe Davis, Steve Sachs, Rick Monday, Jaime Harin, Peter O'Malley, and more. Giveaways in the amazing art of Dave Hobrick. Purchase your tickets for meet and greets at legendsattic.com. We'll see you Friday, May 30th at Legends Attic in Claremont.
Cappy.
Yeah. I got a lot of East LA in this DNA, Georgie.
No doubt, Cap.
All compliments of one Beto Duran. Shout out to Jason's Tacos. I'm watching Ramona on SportsCenter right now. Getting ready for Pacers Knicks tonight. So here's what I was saying to you before the break about the Timberwolves.
Uh-huh.
If Minnesota dismantled the Lakers the way they did,
Correct.
and if they were able to get through Golden State, mostly because Steph was hurt, so it wasn't necessarily what I would call a truly competitive series, and thus far through 2 games against OKC, they're getting wiped out.
Yeah.
If I'm the Lakers, I'm looking at these teams like Minnesota and OKC, and I know that they're younger and I know that they're deeper, and I'm starting to think to myself, LeBron next year, 41? I know. He had a great year. But at what point am I ready to start getting my life and my team and my organization beyond LeBron?
I think that LeBron has told them to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I don't know if there's even I don't know if there's like anything really to discuss. Like, even he's already said, hey, their job is to build around Luka, not around me. Like, I'm the past. He's the present and the future.
So if that's the case, and if he really acknowledges that, if I'm the Lakers and LeBron opts out, which presumably he will, right? I mean, isn't that the story? He'll opt out so that he can
right.
get...
But if he opts out, let me see what their number is. Hold on, Lakers team salary. I don't think that actually gives them a ton of room to do anything. If that's what you're going to allude to.
Well, that's what I am going to allude to. So my question would be this. If, let's just say, hypothetical, LeBron opts out, let's say the Lakers say, hey, have a nice life, and let's say they don't give him $60 million, do they then have the $60 million to go spend on other players?
No.
Okay, how much?
52. It's 52. Number one is what he makes. I'd have to hold on. Let me just see. 2025 NBA salary. I don't know the numbers off the top of my head, Cappy. Sorry, I'm not a capologist.
Really, I thought you were. I'm sorry. I assumed that you were a capologist. My bad.
So anyway, 52. Let me do the math here, roughly.
Okay, give me the numbers. I'll do the math. 191. Yeah. Minus 52. Okay. 139. Right. 139.
The cap is 154. So that only really gives them about $14 million to work with. $15 million to work with.
So you mean to tell me that the Lakers can sign?
So you're not getting
LeBron.
a better player at $15 million than what you're getting with LeBron.
Okay, I will buy that all day long. I
have a dumb question. Why don't they get the whole amount?
Because there's a cap.
I understand that part, but like, why if he
but the projected cap is 155. Let's call it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So their total salary, if you subtract LeBron's salary from next year's group, is already $139 million, even without LeBron.
Okay, so if LeBron were not back with the Lakers,
they'd only have about $15 million to spend.
Okay, so rather than the Lakers saying, okay, look, we saved $60 million because we didn't have to pay him that amount of money.
Right, because the salary cap starts at 154. And you can only go over for your own players. So that means that the actual room that they would have to use is approximately $15 million or so.
That's stupid.
That's not stupid. That's how salary caps work.
I understand it. I just mean, I guess that's unfortunate that's the case. They can only spend it on their own players.
They can go over for their own players, but they can't bring in new players. The new players would have to fit under the salary cap.
Okay, project a year out. So let's say LeBron opts out of his contract. Let's say they re-sign him.
You're saying after next season,
right? So then the 2020.
Let's say you're saying he opts in for this year,
right?
And then that's it. He
retires after the end of next year. This
Correct.
time next year, LeBron James is retired.
Then
hypothetically,
the Lakers that year. Then Austin Reeves, I believe, would have like a player option at that point. Well, that year that's different because then they're at like. It looks to be like about $86 million on the books.
Mm-hmm.
But that $86 million is only one is Luka on a player option, which will be replaced because he's not doing that. Like they're gonna they're going to do at least what I think is a short-term extension. He's going to end up at like $60 million, not $48 that he's scheduled for here. Austin Reeves has a player option. He's definitely opting out of that thing. And his salary is going to be in the $20-something million range for sure. So not the 14 it's scheduled for.
I saw something was like 4 years, like 82
89.
million.
Yeah. So it's going to be like 23 million. So it's like, let's just call it an extra 10 million. Let's take it 24 just for argument's sake. So like an extra 12 and 10. So it's 22. So yeah, that'll be about 100 million. So yeah, the Lakers would then have money. They'd have about $60 million. However, let's say, and that's if they sign Luka and Austin to new deals, which I'm guessing they will. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They'd only have 6 players under contract, though, in that scenario. At $100 million already.
Hey, George, that's not bad. They only play 5 guys anyway, so what the hell? I mean, look, here's what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is this.
Can we cut up that Cappy little schmarmy laugh he did there afterwards? After the DeAndre laugh?
What I'm trying to say is this.
Yeah.
That because Luka is now the property of the Lakers, and because Luka is the future of the Lakers. Yeah. And as you look at Minnesota and you look at Oklahoma City and you see stars that are 26 years old, 23 years old, Luka being 26 himself.
Yeah.
If ever there was a time to start thinking about a 5-year plan of how to win a championship in the next 5 years when you've already replaced your biggest superstar, now is that time, because you're watching these young teams and you're thinking to yourself, we couldn't even compete with these guys. I mean, really, that's the ultimate truth. The Lakers could not compete with Minnesota.
Yeah, but again, you can't build your team to necessarily just beat Minnesota. You got to build your team.
That.
You got to build your team based on who you project to be in that top group. Now, maybe Minnesota is one of them, but OKC is the team you want to beat.
No doubt.
They're going to win the championship, I think. So. And I've been pretty confident saying that for a while, but now I feel more, as we get closer and closer, I'm starting to feel even more confident based on what's in front of them.
Yeah, all I'm trying to get at is, listen, LeBron, ultimate respect, unbelievable
what do
career.
you want? What are you trying to say?
I'm trying to say that because they have Luka, and because of these other teams being younger,
they should build
better,
around
and deeper,
Luka.
They should get out of the
LeBron
LeBron
says.
business.
You and LeBron agree, Cappy.
Yeah,
You're
we
both
do.
basketball savants.
The only difference is that where we disagree is that I don't want to spend $55 million on LeBron James. But to your point about not having any room, it's not like you get the $55 million back.
Correct.
So you're probably better served at least staying in the LeBron biz.
You're definitely better served.
Yeah, just for one more year.
Yeah.
But
Maybe.
I mean, well, what's the maybe part?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know what. I mean, it just depends on what you project. What else you project to be out there? I don't think LeBron's going to be. If I had to get, and I don't know anything. Okay, I almost cursed there. I was going to say I didn't know bleep. But I mean, LeBron has been wavering about playing even this year. I mean, his agent Rich Paul was on the Rich Eisen show. I believe we have that audio, right? And was asked about him, and he said, "Look, man, I haven't even talked about that. He's got to figure that out. I'm worried about the draft because I got guys in the draft." But let's hear Rich's version of it. I just pulled a Cappy. I actually said the soundbite before.
Why are we playing it then? Why play
Let's
it?
talk about
right.
LeBron, if you don't mind. What is his future? What would you say his future is?
I have no idea.
None.
Oh, please.
0.
When are you going to get down to those discussions, or you haven't, or you have, or
well,
what
right
are you willing
now,
to share?
right now, I'm really focused on this draft right now.
Okay.
Normally, our process is you kind of weigh everything and see how he's feeling and all those type of things.
Physically, mentally, or what? Or all of it?
Well, we know he's dealing with the knee thing,
right?
But yeah, same process has been for the last I don't know how many years. But then we have some other free agents and so on and so forth, and then he'll come around to what he's thinking at some point, and we'll kind of go over some things and.
Yeah, I mean, if I were Rich Eisen, I would not have been able to hold my tongue.
Cappy, you don't believe that he's focused on the draft? I mean, I don't know if you know this, but like of the top 5 guys, Rich Paul's got 4 of them, including Cooper Flagg.
No, I believe that he's focused on the draft, but I also find it unbelievable. Like, as in, I don't believe it, that he and LeBron are not talking about what's going on.
No, No, he doesn't need to talk to LeBron about that now in May. Like, it doesn't matter to him. Like, he's got a business to run.
Yeah, it's LeBron's business.
No, the business is Cooper Flagg, Dylan Harper, VJ Edgecombe, Trey Johnson. All these guys are going to be top 5 guys in a loaded draft.
Right, the agency that LeBron owns.
LeBron does not own the agency, Cap.
Oh, okay. Anyway, bottom line for me is I just don't believe it. But that's okay. I mean, I am skeptical about everything. And I would think that when you're best friends and you're agent and player, you probably know what's going on. Well, we haven't even talked about it yet. We haven't even talked about
Why haven't they talked about it? You think that it's possible? I don't talk to my agents all the time.
No, nor do I. But I'm not like lifelong best friends with my agent. Been friends a long time, 25 years. But he's in New York and I'm in LA, and so, we don't talk every day. Okay. But I would say
I will say this. I've been around Rich Paul a lot.
I have not been around him at all.
And he's got a lot of other stuff going around on that's not just LeBron. Like, a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I would say LeBron is, if we're doing a pie of what Rich Paul's business is at this moment in his life, I would say LeBron is a pretty small slice at this point.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Yeah. If LeBron hears that, he'd be like, what? What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
He would agree.
What? 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 What?
I can't tell which one is you on.
They're both me,
What?
just one's recorded. What?
No, I know. Which one's
What?
like acting like you live is what I mean. Yeah.
All right, well, let's do this. Since you're schlepping all over the country, why don't you tell us about LAX, and then
You know
let's
what?
play
I
a
should
little
call
Radio
Rich
Tinder.
Paul and be like, can you give me a better deal than having to deal with all these questions about you and LeBron?
Yeah,
from
really.
Cappy?
Right. Just tell Rich Paul we need to talk to him for a few minutes. That's all. What's the big deal? He's obviously willing to do radio interviews. What, he's only willing to talk to Rich Eisen?
Why are you so defensive?
No,
Do
I'm
you
saying
want me
get
to
him
call
on the air.
Rich Paul and have him come on?
No, I want you to give me his number and I'll call him.
No.
Why not?
No.
Who cares? What's the big deal?
No. But if you want Rich Paul, we can have him on.
Yes, please do.
Let's wait till after the draft.
Because he's focused on the draft?
Well, in free agency. Let's get through draft and free agency. If you come to Summer League, I'll tell Rich to come by, like, whatever set we have.
All right, I'm thinking about joining you in Summer League for a couple days.
Yeah, you could do the Cappy Lappy in the Summer League.
Oh, hell yeah.
Well, if DeAndre out there, maybe I could see if we can get him on a team.
That's right.
All right, DeAndre. Hey, listen, I'm the one who told you should play one-on-one
a 10-day
against
Summer
Bronny.
League contract.
You didn't want that Bronny smoke.
I don't
I told
know.
you could have taken Bronny. You said, no, I can't.
No chance.
I was surprised by that.
Cappy, you know what you shouldn't be surprised by? All the changes arriving at LAX. The People Mover train, by the way, rolling early next year. Man, I was just there about a week or so ago now. That thing is coming along nicely, and it's going to be so nice and so easy when you go to LAX because they're pouring in so much effort, on the investments to improve your travel journey. The new trains will quickly move guests between all the terminals. The new consolidated rental car center, which is beautiful. Metro trains and buses, so if you don't want to drive to LAX, you're good. But if you do want to drive to LAX, it will connect you also to the economy parking and Cappy's favorite, the Kiss and Fly lot. And all in 10 minutes or less. And those trains will depart every 2 minutes once they open in early 2026. To learn more, go to this website, okay? You can see all the stuff going on at LAX. It's lawa.org/ESPN. That's lawa.org/ESPN.
Are you looking for a trusted
Hey
roofing
guys,
expert?
double down with me in my first ever $10,000 blackjack tournament. It's going to happen on June 6th at the Bicycle Casino. You know it, the Park West Bicycle Casino, 888 Bicycle Casino Drive in Bell Gardens. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to have a live broadcast from 3 to 6. But when you walk in, I want you to say, double down with Cappy. You go to the Players Reward Desk and you get your free entry into the tournament, which is going to start at 7 o'clock that night. Remember, it's June 6th. Double Down with Cappy is going to get you a free entry into the tournament, which you're going to need to get because I'm telling you, this thing's going to fill up real fast. Live radio, real cards, big prizes, very limited seats. So lock yours in now. RSVP for more information for all the details on the tournament at ESPNLA.com.
Hey, it's Travis. Join us Friday, May 30th from 9 a.m. to noon at Legends Attic in Claremont as we celebrate their one-year anniversary and kick off the Freddie Freeman World Series Game 1 Walk-Off Grand Slam Ball Tour. Plus, Oral Hershiser hosting special guests, Dodgers voice Joe Davis, Steve Sachs, Rick Monday, Jaime Harin, Peter O'Malley, and more. Giveaways in the amazing art of Dave Obrecht. Purchase your tickets for meet and greets at legendsattic.com. We'll see you Friday, May 30th at Legends Attic in Claremont.
Or you go to AvnerGat.com. It's 818-917-5256 or AvnerGat.com. You call, Avner answers, he says hello. Your claim is our game, AvnerGat.com. Summer starts at Ocean Subaru of Fullerton. Take advantage of 0% financing for 72 months on a new 2025 Subaru Solterra or a new 2025 Subaru Crosstrek with just 3.9% financing for 48 months. Plus, you'll get a complimentary gift when you purchase a new vehicle. For complete details, visit OceanSubaruOC.com.
With approved credit through Subaru Motors Finance. Not all buyers or vehicles will qualify. Plus tax, tag, title, and dock fees. Zero security deposit. Choice of gift at dealer discretion. And must not exceed $500. See dealer for complete details. Expires 5/31/2025.
Hey, it's Cap. Inheriting a home can be overwhelming, but Seller's Advantage makes it easy. One customer shared, quote, inheriting a home felt like too much work. Seller's Advantage gave us a reasonable offer, handled everything, and closed in 3 weeks. I highly recommend them. Skip repairs and headaches. Call Seller's Advantage today at 888-390-AS-IS or visit sellersadvantage.com for your free cash offer.
DRE number 01961658.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
If you have ever thought about remodeling your bathroom but were worried it would take too long or cost too much, then stop worrying. Right now, Jacuzzi Bath Remodel has designed a collection of high-quality custom products and perfected the one-day remodeling experience so you can enjoy your new bathroom faster than ever before. It's a worry-free bath remodel from the most trusted brand name in the business, Jacuzzi. A jacuzzi bath system fits in your existing tub space. It's a no-mess installation with an amazing style selection, factory-certified installers, and a limited lifetime warranty. Call 800-717-4599. That's 800-717-4599 right now and get 50% off installation with no interest and no payments for 12 months. Replace that old bathtub today with a walk-in shower for a safer bathing experience. If you have lived in your home for over 15 years, it's time to remodel your bathroom. For a virtual or in-home appointment, call 800-717-4599. That's 800-717-4599. 800-717-4599.
And it is Sedano Kap here Friday afternoon, Memorial Day Friday, Radio Tinder Time. We like to play a TV theme. He turned 67 today. Happy birthday to Drew Carey. Of course, now he's on The Price is Right, but remember when he was on that show, the Drew Carey show that took place in Cleveland? You can follow her at Lindsay Baseball on Twitter or Instagram. Don't forget about our new sponsor, the Crazy Hernandez Brothers. If you're in the market for new flooring, shop at Hernandez Wholesale Flooring, where every day is a deal. No gimmicks. Call 866-62-FLOOR, F-L-O-O-R, or go to HernandezWholesaleFlooring.net. No sale beats wholesale. Take it away, producer Lindsay.
Thanks, Christopher. All right, so I saw that Ric Flair tweeted today. Woo! Flair spirits are coming soon. Woo, of course. So he's coming out with a line of alcohol like everybody else, but he's got a lot of them. He's got like vodka, tequila, gin, bourbon, and then wooski. Not whiskey, but wooski.
That's funny.
So I want to ask you guys, like, a lot of these celebs are now coming out with their own alcohols at all. Can you think of one that is like a celebrity-made spirit that you've tried and actually enjoyed?
Is there a spirit that what?
Like a celebrity-made one. You weren't paying attention to the first part, or no?
Casamigos, right? Like I tried that before back in the day, and it was fine.
Whose is Casamigos? Whose is that?
It's George Clooney.
George Clooney.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But all the other ones,
what's the one, the Breaking Bad guys? The mezcal is good. Dos Hombres.
Mm-hmm.
That one's, I tried that one at the Mandy's. That one's pretty good. Yeah.
I'm not into mezcal. I got to be completely honest.
Too smoky for you?
Yeah, I don't like it at all. Here's one for you. I have had many bottles of Jim Nance's wine, which is known as The Calling. I've also had several bottles of Rick Mirer. You guys remember Rick Mirer, the former Notre Dame quarterback?
No.
You don't know who Rick Mirer is?
Nope.
Yeah, the quarterback from Notre Dame who played in Seattle.
he was drafted number 2 overall by the Seattle Seahawks. He played for the Chicago Bears.
After, right?
Yeah, so I've had his wine several times. Drew
Oh,
Bledsoe's
Drew Bledsoe.
wine.
Yeah, what is it called? Something back.
But everyone has a wine. I
Right.
mean, what about like vodkas? Like, have you ever tried like the or the
Charles
Rock has
Barkley has a
tequila?
vodka. I haven't tried
Really?
it yet. Yeah.
What does he have?
He started it years ago. Yeah.
I'm
it's,
surprised, man. I always picture him in a club with a bottle of Absolute in his hand.
No, he's got a vodka company.
Wow, I
Kendall
never
Jenner
heard that.
has a 818 tequila. I tried that. It's not good.
Okay.
No, don't try
Lindsay,
that one.
didn't you once get me for Christmas a bottle of LeBron's
I did,
tequila?
but did you
Lobos?
drink it?
Yes, and it was okay.
It was all right.
It was okay. I mean, it was no Dwayne the Rock Johnson's tequila.
I've had 50 cents cognac Branson.
Ooh.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's really good actually.
How about Kevin Hart's tequila?
I didn't know he had one.
I didn't know he had one yet.
Yeah, Kevin Hart's got a tequila brand because he got into it like everybody else. First, it was wine. All the athletes and all the celebrities, everybody got into wine. Then all the athletes and celebrities all got into
I
tequila.
would totally love a wine if I could.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be
Should
more
make
of
a
a wine
Sedano wine.
maker.
You know, when I was looking for Christmas gifts, I saw that Beyonce had like a bourbon, but it was sold out at like the 3 different. What are they called? Total Wine. I went to 3 different ones and it was sold out at all of them.
I believe it.
Go
I was
check
trying
out
to get it for
Bevmo.
my sister because I thought it'd be funny.
So you
What
don't
is
know
it
who Rick
called?
Meyer is? Wow. Was he that random?
He's pretty random,
Is he?
especially for someone of her age.
Number 2 overall pick. I mean, 10, 12
I mean,
years
that
in
was
the
a
NFL
long
as
time
quarterback.
ago, man.
Beyonce's.
I want to say that was like 1990, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was the first year. I
No, it was
mean,
like 2.
91, 2, something like that.
Yeah, but how old was Lindsay in
I was like
1990?
2, so or 3, so. Yeah.
I know, but she's a football historian.
I get it, Cappy, but it's not like he was some great player.
No, but he was a first overall or second overall pick.
Right, but how many second overall picks? You think people are going to remember Jameis Winston and Marcus Mariota?
Lindsay,
Marcus
you ever-
Mariota
This, that,
was-
patty
Marcus
whack,
Mariota
give a
was
dog
the
a
second
bone.
pick or whatever.
Lindsay, you ever heard of Jameis Winston?
No,
Unwavering
she has.
faith.
But
Ultimate belief.
How many people do you think in 30 years are going to remember that Marcus Mariota was the second pick in the draft?
Me and his parents.
Yeah, I don't have a huge problem with Rick Meyer. That's not like some household name.
Well, I would.
Who was the first pick? Who was picked before him if he was number 2? Do you remember that?
Drew Bledsoe.
Yeah, Bledsoe.
No. I know who he is.
Well, he's got a wine company.
Well,
Punchy
he
has the
also
next
went to
one.
a Super Bowl, for God's sake, you know?
All right, what else we got?
Bunchy's got next one.
All right, we saw Shea win the MVP earlier this week, and with the MVP,
By the way, real quick, Fudgy,
Go ahead.
Cappy, you forgot he played for your Raiders, Raider Cap.
oh yeah, that's right.
Rick Meyer did play a little bit for the Raiders. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking him up right here.
Raider cap.
So
Thank
so
you.
Shea won MVP. He also broke off his teammates with a $10,000 gift basket, which included Rolex watches,
I know,
iPhones,
yeah.
Beats by Dre headphones, and also a Canadian Goose jacket embroidered with the Thunder best 68-14 regular season record.
Right.
So, question here, guys. If you guys win MVP, what are we going to get?
Ooh, good question.
If I would have won MVP,
What do we get?
I mean, so did you say the value? Because I didn't.
A $10,000.
Yeah,
Which I
10,000.
think it sounds like it could have been more than that.
I mean, the Rolex itself is probably
Right.
$10,000. Yeah.
Hey, they
There's
say what kind of
different ranges
Rolex?
of Rolexes.
No, I can try to look it up.
I did
wonder
not,
what kind
but
of
I
Rolex.
can ask one of the players. I asked Jalen Williams in the postgame walk-off on radio. Like I asked him to name all the stuff in the gift pack, and he did name all that stuff you mentioned. Did you said the headphones too?
Beats by Dre, yes.
Yeah.
You could have like a $3,000 Rolex, right? And like a $20,000
No,
No,
Rolex.
there's no
I
such
don't
thing
think
as
there's a
$3,000
$3,000
Rolex.
So there's like a
No.
there's like a $10,000 Rolex and like a $100,000 Rolex,
Well,
right?
well, no. Here's the thing.
No,
like,
no, there's
even,
different kinds.
even like an entry level Rolex watch
An
nowadays.
entry level Rolex.
Oh no,
probably-
that's what they
it's
are.
prob- yeah,
because
it's like $7 or $8 grand.
yeah, I would say
imagine.
like
Yeah.
today, what a Rolex that's called a Submariner. Okay. Woo! A Rolex Submariner, which 25 years ago you could buy for $3,000. That $3,000 watch today, used in great shape, would probably sell for like $8. And I would guess a brand new Submariner is probably 10 to 12 grand. Would be a guess.
So someone,
I bet, Cappy, my guess is that he, I'm guessing the jeweler probably gave him
I'm quite sure.
a deal.
Yes.
Because
Or
he was buying
Rolex.
so many of them.
Yep,
Right,
yep.
yes.
Right.
so
okay.
So someone had a article with the model number, or I
So,
guess,
Funchy, what would I get you? I mean, listen, we'd have
Yeah.
to get some headphones, right? Because we're all working radio, right? So some nice headphones, right, would be in that pack. I mean, I ain't getting you a Rolex. I ain't making that kind of money.
Come on, baby.
Well, if you were, come on.
But if I were
Casio, how about a Casio?
A Casio would be nice, like a
How
nice
about an
Iron
Apple
Man
Watch?
watch.
Oh, it'd be
An
nice.
Apple
Oh,
Watch
yeah,
is a
it'd be
nice
nice.
gift.
Yeah.
That's a nice. And by the way, a watch is a great gift for a guy when there is a big reward coming. If you're a quarterback and you're hooking up your offensive line, a watch works. If you're Shea Gilgeous and you're going to get these guys, a watch just works perfectly because everybody should have that watch and everybody should.
You know
rock
what I
that
would
watch.
also get us?
Let me hear.
I'd buy for the group if I won the MVP. I would buy like an AI software that would allow the AI to act
the
like
YouTube show?
like we're doing the YouTube show.
Yes, that's great. You know, I think we might be able to do that now.
Yeah, yeah, and then that way Chris would never know the difference.
I'm going to buy everybody some of the Ric Flair wooski. I think everybody should have
It
some of
is
that Ric
pretty
Flair
clever
wooski.
wooski. I got to get some from Michael Thompson.
All right.
Cappy, what do you think's happening tonight? Knicks Pacers. I mean, Knicks got to win this game, right? Like they can't go down 0-2 at home.
They can't, but I think they will.
Really?
I mean, I hate to be like such a hater against the Knicks because I really was pulling for them against Boston.
Yeah.
But
Go New York, go New York, go.
Go Indy, go Indy, go. I would like to talk to you about this Eastern Conference final game, though. I would.
Let's do it on the other side.
All right, let's do it. But before we do,
George wasn't here for that yesterday.
That was the Koreans, I know.
Right. George, you on June 6th are expected to be on the road.
I am.
With the NBA, I think, finals by that time.
Yeah, the finals start June 5th, so yes.
So Friday, June 6th, I want everybody who's tuning in right now to double down with me. And I'm going to say in Sedano, we're doing the Sedano and Cap show from our first ever $10,000 blackjack tournament, June 6th at the Park West Bicycle Casino. That's at 888 Bicycle Casino Drive in Bell Gardens. Now, while George won't be there, that doesn't matter. We're still bringing the entire show. It's me, it's Beto, it's Lindsay Baseball, it's the Funchy Lova, it's the whole thing. We're going to do a live radio broadcast. We're going to play real cards. We're going to have big prizes. We're going to be on the air from 3 to 6. All you have to do when you walk into the bike is say, I'm here to double down with Cappy at the Players Reward Desk. That's going to get you free entry into our blackjack tournament, which starts at 7 o'clock. So we'll get off the air at 6. Blackjack tournament starts at 7. I would encourage you, though, beforehand to go to ESPNLA.com and sign up now. Seats are very limited, so lock in. RSVP for more information for all the details at ESPNLA.com. George, the prize pool, $10,000 in free play chips. Here's how it's going to break down. First place, $5,000. Second place, $3,000. Third place, $2,000. So for more information, for more tournament details, check out the Park West Bicycle Casino website at thebike.com. That's thebike.com. Get ready for a one-night blackjack event during ESPN 710's live broadcast from the Park West Casino. Plus, say Cappy sent me and get an extra $30 in match play. Offers valid for 710 listeners, one per guest. We'll see you at the bike on June 6th.
Yes,
Hey
indeed,
guys,
it's time.
double down with me in my first ever $10,000 blackjack tournament. It's going to happen on June 6th at the Bicycle Casino. You know it, the Park West Bicycle Casino, 888 Bicycle Casino Drive in Bell Gardens. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to have a live broadcast from 3 to 6. But when you walk in, I want you to say, double down with Cappy. You go to the Players Reward Desk, and you get your free entry into the tournament, which is going to start at 7 o'clock that night. Remember, it's June 6th. Double down with Cappy is going to get you a free entry into the tournament, which you're going to need to get because I'm telling you, this thing's going to fill up real fast. Live radio, real cards, big prizes, very limited seats. So lock yours in now. RSVP for more information for all the details on the tournament at ESPNLA.com.
Law offices of Joseph S. Normand, they will fight tirelessly to get you the max compensation you deserve. Joe and his team understand the emotional and financial toll that an injury can take on you and your life. Call 213-747-2000 or visit normandlegal.com. The law offices of Joseph S. Normand have helped thousands of people like you recover millions of dollars in settlements and verdicts. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. Your recovery is their priority.
Hey guys, you feel it? Days are getting longer, sun is getting warmer. Looks like our SoCal summer is right around the corner. Here in California, we are all about choosing chill. From hitting the beach to the best hiking trails to going all out to support our teams. One thing
Hey, it's
really
Travis. Join us Friday, May 30th from 9 a.m. to noon at Legends Attic in Claremont as we celebrate their one-year anniversary and kick off the Freddie Freeman World Series Game 1 Walk-Off Grand Slam Ball Tour. Plus, Oral Hershiser hosting special guests, Dodgers voice Joe Davis, Steve Sachs, Rick Monday, Jaime Harin, Peter O'Malley, and more. Giveaways in the amazing art of Dave Hobrick. Purchase your tickets for meet and greets at legendsattic.com. We'll see you Friday, May 30th at Legends Attic in Claremont.
So call now, 800-687-5192. That's 800-687-5192. U.S. Tax Shield, 800-687-5192.
And it is Sedano and Kap your Friday afternoon, Memorial Day Friday. Don't forget, coming up at the top of the hour, we go to play-by-play on 7:10 a.m. Pacers, Knicks, and the ESPN tile on the all-new ESPN LA app. Sedano and Kap continue for fun and frivolity on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles. And the Listen Live tile on the ESPN LA app tomorrow, May 24th. The great Patti LaBelle will turn 81. Bob Dylan turns 84. And we lost him back in 2011. Happy birthday tomorrow to Heavy D. Not to be confused with Young D. Sedano and Kap continues your Friday afternoon right now.
With it. Now that we have love, what are we gonna do?
With him.
Yeah.
Little Buttercup.
It's a club song right here.
This was a banger back in the day. You don't understand, DeAndre.
Still is.
I kind of think it still is a banger.
Yeah, totally.
I think, it's more, I don't know about a club song, but more like a bar song at this stage.
Hear that, DeAndre? You don't know nothing about no clubs. George has to school that young fella.
The sun
Bar
is
song.
peeking through. The sun is setting through my room. I need to lower these shades.
I
Hold
can
on.
see that. Hey, I'm trying to find the Dodger game. Is the Dodger game on YouTube TV or is
I
it
saw it on Twitter a second ago.
Apple TV.
Is
I
it
think.
Apple?
Oh,
Yeah,
Apple
because Friday
TV.
night, right?
Apple TV. I'm like, I'm on YouTube TV, and I'm like, where the hell is this game?
It's
and
Apple
it's
TV.
Apple TV. Okay, I want to see what's going on. I want to see this Dodgers-Mets game. I also was watching, I saw Ronald Acuna Jr. make his comeback tonight. First game he's played in a year for the Braves. First at bat, home run off the Padres. Love it.
Monster dongs.
Really quick, Cappy. You're talking about him making his comeback, and I was thinking about Juan Soto, and obviously I don't pay close attention to like what's going on with the Mets and the Yankees, the New York teams, whatever. But I saw that like Juan Soto is horrible, and ever since like they made this whole documentary on Netflix about like the pursuit of signing him, and he's done nothing since they've signed him.
He's had a rough start.
Yeah, and it's just crazy because can you imagine if like the Dodgers signed him and this happened?
Well,
yeah, but
by
I
the way,
think the problem is he went to the Mets, and
Yeah.
I think it's like this: the Yankee fans are just destroying him on
oh
a
my
daily
God,
basis.
you guys got to see what happened. So there was and I'm just watching the replay right now. There was a play to be made in the outfield, and Soto and Taylor are both. So the center fielder is running towards right field, and they crash into each other. I don't know what the center fielder is doing. I mean, that is Soto's part of the town, and the ball goes popping up, and Soto's telling him, "Hey, my bad, my bad." But these two guys ran into each other, and the ball popped up in the air, and the dude made the catch, but Soto was almost involved in what looked like a pretty scary play. Perfect timing. Lindsay, third inning, top of the third, Dodgers, Mets, 0-0.
Oh, he
but
did something.
think about it, Lindsay. He went literally across town.
Yeah, and they did all the things. They got him his own suite.
And this isn't like the Mets and the Yankees is not like the Dodgers and the Angels. You know what I'm saying? Like the Mets, while the Yankees are the team of championships and and things of that nature, the Mets are beloved in New York by many. Like
no
this
doubt.
isn't a Lakers Clippers deal or a Dodgers Angels deal. Like they are beloved. So there's a real rivalry between those two teams, and the media there is for sure feeding on the fact that he went from one to the other, because you just don't see that very often. Now, you've seen some Mets become Yankees. Even late in their career, Darryl Strawberry and Dwight Gooden won World Series with the Yankees late in their career. You just don't see it the other way around. Like the Yankees have, I don't recall very many opportunities where they've literally lost a star-type
superstar.
Player. Right. So there's all that. So there's an incredible amount of pressure in that cauldron of New York City baseball because those two teams are so beloved and their fan bases are so passionate.
Well, guess what? You know what? He should have known that before he took the money. He could have gotten probably very close.
Right. Yeah.
Very close to the same money that he could have gotten from the Yankees. But everything was about money.
And now there's more pressure.
Yeah.
Right.
That's right. So, Dodgers
quick,
bet 0-0.
Cappy, we got to go to YouTube in a second because we got to turn it over to Game 2 of the Eastern Conference Finals. There's Jerry Ferrara. But real quick, I got to tell you. Listen, you need new flooring? New flooring for Cappy's got new flooring, or he's going to get new flooring because Rachel's on it. Because I connected them with the Crazy Hernandez brothers, and we can do the same with you too. Call them at 866-62-FLOOR, 866-62-FLOOR. If you need flooring, just call the Hernandez Wholesale Flooring guys. Call my Crazy Hernandez brothers, and they're going to take great care of you, whether you need flooring for your home, your rental, even your ADU. You know what drives me crazy, though? These big box national retail stores that come in all high and mighty. They pretend to give you a deal. They mark up the price, really is what they do, and then they just mark it down. But nobody's an idiot, all right? Come on. Get out of here with that. At Hernandez Wholesale Flooring, legitimately family-run. I mentioned the Crazy Hernandez brothers. Papi Hernandez started in the 70s. You got Mom there. You got the aunts, the uncles, the cousins, the nephews, the nieces. They're all working there. Authentic old-school TLC and actual wholesale pricing year-round. No bogus sales, no gimmicks, just the best price from the start. And that's why I say it and I mean it. No sale beats wholesale. So whether it's hardwood, laminate, tile, vinyl, carpet, you name it, they got it. Over 5 million square feet of in-stock inventory. 2 locations, Santa Ana Commerce. And both those locations, literally the size of 5 freaking football fields, man. And when you get there, you can see all the products, right? You can see it. You can touch it. You can take it home with you on the same day. That's huge, especially when you're trying to finish a project fast. It's why designers, contractors, and builders all shop here because they know what I know. And now you know, which is the Crazy Hernandez brothers are always going to take care of you. So check this out. First responders, active military, veterans, will all receive additional discounts on top of the already low prices just because that's who they are, man. And by the way, if you find a better price, Hernandez will match it, no questions asked. So head down to Hernandez Wholesale Flooring in Santa Ana or Commerce, or call them at 866-62-FLOOR. 866-62-FLOOR. Tell them your friends at 710 sent you. No games, no gimmicks, just the best price in town year-round because no sale beats wholesale, homeboy. Check them out on the web, HernandezWholesaleFlooring.net. That's HernandezWholesaleFlooring.net. Or call them at 866-62-FLOOR. That's 866-62-FLOOR. All right, we're done here on terrestrial radio, here on 710. Enjoy the game. I guess we're going to YouTube for an hour to do karaoke or something.
Your next Subaru is waiting for you at
double down
Subaru
with me in my first ever $10,000 blackjack tournament. It's going to happen on June 6th at the Bicycle Casino. You know it, the Park West Bicycle Casino. 888 Bicycle Casino Drive in Bell Gardens. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to have a live broadcast from 3 to 6. But when you walk in, I want you to say, double down with Cappy. You go to the Players Reward Desk, and you get your free entry into the tournament, which is going to start at 7 o'clock that night. Remember, it's June 6th. Double down with Cappy is going to get you a free entry into the tournament, which you're going to need to get because I'm telling you, this thing's going to fill up real fast. Live radio, real cards, big prizes, very limited seats, so lock yours in now. RSVP for more information for all the details on the tournament at ESPNLA.com.
Hey, it's Travis. Join us Friday, May 30th from 9 a.m. to noon at Legends Attic in Claremont as we celebrate their one-year anniversary and kick off the Freddie Freeman World Series Game 1 Walk-Off Grand Slam Ball Tour. Plus, Oral Hershiser hosting special guests, Dodgers voice Joe Davis, Steve Sachs, Rick Monday, Jaime Harin, Peter O'Malley, and more. Giveaways in the amazing art of Dave Hobrick. Purchase your tickets for meet and greets at legendsattic.com. We'll see you Friday, May 30th at Legends Attic in Claremont.
fresh with our Asian-inspired menu that's grilled to order. Take me up and never put me down. Real quality with our marinated proteins like hormone-free chicken, ribeye steak, wild-caught salmon, and shrimp. Enjoy $5 happy hour weekdays after 3 p.m. with our 5-piece pork veggie dumplings and a value-sized premium beverage drink like our creamy and delicious Thai tea. Waba Grill, keeping it real every day for you.
710 ESPN, your home for the 17-time world champion Lakers.
KSPN Los Angeles, a Good Karma Brands radio.
I like dollars, I like diamonds, I like stunning, I like shining, I like $1 million deals. Where's my pen? I'm signing. I like those Balenciagas, the ones that look like socks.
So, Dodgers Mets went into a rain delay. Man, it started pouring rain in New York.
It's supposed
man.
to storm all weekend in the Midwest and northern area. There's a huge what's it called? Thunderstorms all weekend.
I mean, we were watching, or at least we were talking about it before we hit the break, and I turned on this Dodger Mets game, and I was talking about the Soto play in the outfield and how he almost got destroyed, and they were able to catch the ball, the Mets. Nonetheless, all of a sudden, George, I mean, the skies opened like it's Miami at 3 o'clock in the afternoon in August. The skies opened and the rain started coming down in buckets, and the umps pulled everybody off the field, and the Dodgers are now in a rain delay. So that means I left, and I came back over to watch now the start of this Knicks-Pacers game. I'm also interested in Edmonton and Dallas tonight in the NHL playoffs. So good night of sports TV. If you're like George, I don't know what you're planning on doing tonight in Minnesota.
Well, we're going to dinner at one of the spots tonight.
Oh, yeah?
But there's TVs there.
Oh, because I'm telling you, man, if there was a night I was by myself and I was in a hotel room and I was tired and I didn't want to go.
I'm so tired, I don't know how I'm going to make it through dinner.
Yeah.
I got to be honest with you.
I would just be in bed
right now.
watching all these games.
If I wouldn't have – but here's the problem. I already skipped out on dinner yesterday after the game, so I can't do back-to-back.
Can't do back-to-back, skip out on dinner?
Yeah.
PJ would be upset.
Oh, he would.
What is a Catskills act?
It's like
is that like from Dirty Dancing when they were in the Catskills?
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah. It's basically like low rent performing.
Hey, hold on a second here. Wait a second.
I don't know if you want to share what that's in reference to, but
I take great offense to that. Hold on a second.
It's like dinner theater.
No, stop.
Yes, it is.
Okay, hold on. Since we're in YouTube now and we're not up against any clocks and breaks and all this other kind of stuff, we can chill out a little bit. Listen, I grew up in the Catskill Mountains. So before I moved to Florida as a kid, my parents were natives of the Catskill Mountains in New York. My mother grew up in a small town called Monticello. My father grew up in a small town called Fallsburg. Tiny, tiny little towns. But these were the towns, George, where Frank Sinatra performed and Dean Martin.
Yeah, and many years ago, but then it turned into dinner theater.
Hey, man, Sammy was in the house. I mean, Lindsay, you mentioned Dirty Dancing, right? So the movie Dirty Dancing was about that era and that period of time. Back in like the 50s and 60s, people in New York City on the weekends, they would vacation.
They would drive out to
in
the Catskills, babe.
Right. They're like, hey, Shammy's playing tonight, babe. And so they would go to all these hotels, and they weren't playing giant theaters. They were playing like ballrooms. And Jerry Lewis, if you remember the muscular dystrophy telethon, it used to just be in New York. Right. And Jerry Lewis would do it at a place called the Browns Hotel. And, George, this hotel, the Browns Hotel, my grandfather was the electrician of this hotel.
Oh, wow.
So when I was a kid, on a special Friday or a Saturday night, my grandfather would put on his white patent leather shoes. He put on a nice pair of slacks, a white belt to match the shoes, and we would go to the Browns Hotel to see these shows. But my grandfather was the electrician, so he didn't feel like he was a guest, that he should walk through the front door of the hotel.
Right.
And this is how I learned a lot of how I make my moves around. My grandfather would always take us through the back like we were in the movie Goodfellas, and we walked in through the kitchen.
Yeah.
So me, my grandfather, my grandmother, my mother, my father, my sister, 6 of us would walk in through the kitchen, say hello to all the chefs, stop, try a little bit of the soup. What are we having tonight? And then we'd walk out. Yeah, then we'd walk out, and we'd sit at our table. But my grandfather felt like, I'm the electrician here. I shouldn't walk in through where the guests walk in.
Yeah.
And so back then, Lindsay, when you asked the question of a Catskills act, George put in our group chat, now I feel like I'm doing a Catskills act because we're on YouTube only. And I
With
wrote
like 20 people.
right, and I wrote, well, I said in the YouTube chat, I said, so the guy says to the guy, hey, I got you good, buddy, Mr. Like the stories of these comedians
Was that
telling
French or was that
no,
New York?
It
was kind of a little bit of both.
Well, so this comedian Robert Klein, who was one of my favorites when I was a kid, Robert Klein would tell this joke about being in the Catskills and how the comedians would all tell a joke and then they would give the punchline in Yiddish. So the guy, and he says, "Dachai blachai, dachai blachai, dachai," and everybody in the crowd would be hilarious, is dying laughing. And the one guy who didn't speak Yiddish would go, "What did he say?" He said, the guy, he said, I got you good, buddy, mister. And, like, that's what it was. It was very much a vaudevillian part of the country, and all of these performers performed in the Catskill Mountains in New York, 2 hours outside New York City. I love the fact that you didn't know.
Right. But what I would say is that, in the 50s and the 60s and even the 70s, it was very popular, to Cappy's point.
Yep.
And then around the mid-'80s, it started to decline in a way where those acts were not well, first of all, those acts got really old, so they weren't really going there anymore. And if they were going to do anything, it was very limited in other places in larger venues. And the types of acts they were getting in the 50s, 60s, and 70s were no longer, those caliber of acts were no longer going there. It became more of a dinner theater kind of like low rent kind of situation after the 80s.
Man, that makes me feel like lesser than, or just like the acts that nobody goes to see anymore, right? That's what the Catskills act is.
That's why I said what I said.
Oh, I feel really sad.
Well,
I mean,
hey,
everybody is going out for Memorial Day.
But I think it's because of that. Like, it was not a. If we're being honest, I don't believe it was a well-planned idea to do this on the day before Memorial Day weekend, or the day everybody's leaving.
And I got news for you, man. George, I know you're in Minnesota, and I can see in your hotel room that you must have a window to the left of you, and I can see the sun shining in. Yeah. And it's probably what time? About 7 o'clock on Central Time right now?
7:07 Central Time.
I will tell you this, that it is gorgeous outside. Absolutely gorgeous. And at 5:08 p.m., man, I would love to go outside and enjoy this weather. But I got the Pacers and the Knicks 2-2. You're probably a little ahead of me.
What time, Cappy?
10:50 to go in the first.
Wow, you're only 3 seconds behind me.
Not terrible.
Oh, ours is only 10:29.
Yeah, but
the
studio's definitely faster.
Yeah,
for sure. But what I would say is, Cappy, so like if there was like another Halliburton situation while we were on the air, and the ball would have been like up, hanging in the air. By the time it went down, he'd be just taking the shot when on your TV.
Mm-hmm.
Like if we had another one of those, if he replicated that shot.
Well, I will tell you this: the hit of the week, at least on YouTube, was when Beto started digging into me, unbeknownst to me, by the way.
Ooh, airball.
Oh, cat. That is ugly.
Yeah.
That is ugly. So I will give Beto a lot of credit. People seem to really like when Beto dug into me and we started getting really raw about the radio station. And then yesterday when Mario jumped in and Mario was also getting raw. I mean, people love, and I know I do as well.
They like, hey, baby, let's, what is it?
I like it
baby,
raw.
I like it raw. Yeah.
When Mason and Ireland talk about history and all their years and they start bringing up names, I always find that stuff fascinating. And over the last couple of days, Beto, Mario, all the stories that were being told about the history of 710, that's what people seem to have really gotten into, which was kind of fun. I thought it was fun.
I would agree.
Hey, you know how, Cappy, you were talking about it's funny that you could see the bed that George is behind him?
Yeah.
Did you guys click on that link that I sent you? Remember I was saying how I remember there was this one Zoom call. It went viral on Twitter, and it was an interview like back during COVID when we were doing all these interviews on Zoom or whatever, and it was like the reporters with a Chargers player. I can't figure out what Chargers player it is. I could not identify him, but one of the reporters like asked him a question and he called him out because he was in the bed. Did you see the link?
I'm seeing the link and I'm clicking on it and then I'm trying.
I'm playing it. I'm going to play it right now because it's really funny. Okay. So I'm going to play the audio.
Damien, kind of speaking about frustrating and same theme from last year.
You in a bed, Joe?
Huh?
You in a bed?
Well, I'm out of town, so sorry about that.
I like that headboard, man.
Thanks.
I think it's so funny because he's like, you called him out. You in a bed?
Who? And you can't tell who the player is for calling out the reporter?
Maybe you could identify him. I don't know who it is.
I'm still trying. My phone sucks.
Yeah, it does.
George, let me tell you something. Remember how we were both complaining last week? You were having problems with your Wi-Fi, and I was complaining about my phone. I received in the mail my new iPhone, but I'm too much of a wimp to actually try and set it up. Now, what I was told by the Verizon guy was that if I take my current phone and I put the new phone right next to it,
Cap, it literally shows
they'll literally
a QR code.
It'll say, "Do you want to merge the
Right.
thing?" And then like
You
you'll
hold
hear
it
this
over
like
it.
cool like
Yeah.
spaceship sound. Where it'll go.
yeah, and I'm being too much of a wimp to actually take the new phone.
And it'll just do it.
All
Cap,
right.
it's not. This is not like 2001 where you have to like plug it into your computer.
Yeah, no, it'll just do
literally
it.
just
It'll
does it.
ask you, and you just hit yes, and it'll do it for
Hey
you.
guys, can you guys bring me my new phone from the kitchen? So you guys don't even understand. Like my daughters, everybody's home now, right?
What are you afraid of though? Like, what are you worried about?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm worried that I'm gonna screw the whole thing up, and then I'm gonna have no phone.
Okay.
You know,
We'll keep
So-
the other one around
so
for a while.
I've got my daughter Jillian who just got
By
in
the
from
way,
Boise.
Uzi Chavezi says that Mason and Ireland said that we aren't on their level.
What's up, guys?
I just want to let
Hey.
you know that, Cappy. They're talking trash.
Who said
we're,
what?
We're not on their level because we are all like a third younger than them.
Whoa.
Wait, who said what? Who said?
just
let me hear.
saying.
Chavezi.
Who's Chavezi? Who's he?
I don't know, one of those guys in your YouTube chat.
What about him?
Said Mason and Ireland said y'all aren't on their level.
When did they say that?
Oh. I don't know.
I don't know. So, George, my daughters are all home. My daughter Jillian got home from Boise. She flew home. And my
For
daughter
Memorial Weekend?
Yep. And my daughter Julia just got home. She took the train from Cal Poly Slow.
She's still not
nice.
flying?
No,
Julia's not the flyer. She's just it's not the flying one. It's
No,
the,
no. Julia
she's
will
just close.
fly. Julia will
Yeah.
fly. She's
There's
close.
no need to fly from there though.
Oh, no,
Jaden's
I
the
meant Jaden.
non-flyer.
Okay, Jaden.
Jaden's not. Now,
Is Jaden
well,
home?
because I mean, hey, I'll pressure you into flying. I don't know. Oh, by the way, she told me she would fly from New Orleans to Vegas for like the big college event that's going on or whatever. And that she'll fly for. Now, wait. Now, Julia, Jaden, where are you guys going? Wait, these. Lindsay, you'll love this. Lindsay, you'll love this. Jaden just came in here, knows I'm on the air, is going through my wallet, grabs my credit card, and says, "Hey, we're all going for dinner. We're all going for dinner. Can we use your credit card for gas?" All right, hold on. No, the answer's not yet. George, should I give the girls
You're
the
gonna
credit card
do it.
for
Why are
gas?
you even asking
I know.
us?
Why are you asking?
There's
You're
no
going to
this is
do
a
it
non-
anyway.
Jaden, come here. Jaden, come right here. I want
This
you
is
to
a
talk to
fruitless
George.
Exercise.
No, I want you to Jaden here. Jaden, talk to George. Okay. Here, talk to George. Go ahead. Right here.
I think he should give me the money.
He's gonna
listen.
do it anyway. So
Yeah,
why?
Right. Lindsay's 100%
You just
right.
go
He's
in
going to
and
give it
take
to
it.
you anyway. So I don't know why he's giving you such a hard time. He tries to act like such a tough guy to us. We know it doesn't matter.
that's
Just
what
give
he
them the
likes to
card,
do.
Cappy. Would you rather them run out of gas?
See, this is the logical man right here. He goes, give them the money because would you rather us run out of gas?
I mean, did anybody say, "Hey, we're going for dinner, Dad. Would you like anything?"
That'll eventually happen. They probably will be there, and then when they're leaving, they'll text you, "Hey, you want to order something? We'll get it for you."
Well, it's 5:14. I'm assuming you have 45 more minutes, so we
Yep,
have time.
because YouTube only. That's why.
Where are you guys
see,
going
Cap.
for dinner?
We're going. Wow, I'm like really explaining to you things.
Hey, she just saw herself on YouTube.
It's okay. We're not on the radio, so you can say what you want.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah.
That's
Try
a
not
lot
to
of
curse,
power.
though,
Yeah,
if
we're
you
only
can.
on YouTube.
Okay. Then I just won't speak.
Listen, if I can't curse on YouTube, then nobody can. All right.
True, I guess. And you.
Well, I don't even know what's going on.
I forgot. You're not in here.
No, I can't hear
you
anything.
have no idea what's happening. We're talking so much. Oh, I can't say that word.
Junk.
Make sure
so
that
much poop.
instead of just
About
taking his card for gas, you have to also get dinner on the card and
Well,
be like,
also he
"Sorry,
said-
did you want me to starve?"
He said I was going through his wallet. There's no wallet. His cards are laying out in the open. All
Oh, yeah, I believe
15 of them
Now,
laying
do you-
right there.
Saying pick one.
I would
So I was
imagine.
like going through. I
Now,
was like, which one do I want?
what is the funniest thing about your dad? Like the thing that you just like shake your head about the most? Because I feel like we make fun of him a lot for being really bad with technology, but I'm just curious to see what you think.
The funniest thing. Well, honestly, this is a perfect example. He just loves to like fuck. Oh,
Whoa! mess with you.
Bleep.
Yes.
Well, at least I caught myself after.
You did
the
catch
fact.
yourself.
Okay,
yes.
okay. So
he likes to mess with you.
He likes
yes.
to mess around with
Yeah.
us with like like this.
He has to give you a hard time.
Yeah,
Yes.
he likes to give you a hard time.
Right.
But
In
in
the
the
end,
back
he
of your
always-
head,
he always gives
he's
in.
gonna do it.
See?
Right.
He's a
Yeah.
pushover.
Yeah. Why does he try to act so tough and then finally just cave anyway? Like, what's the point of that?
I think it's because he's a girl dad.
Aww.
Ah.
But
Aw,
he has a soft
Cappy.
spot. He does have. Well, also he did this to himself.
But he's like this with Justin too.
He did this to himself.
This is,
Yeah.
Lindsay, this is the one that's using my Uber. This is the one that's using my Amazon. This is the one that's costing the most money right here.
Well, she lives the furthest away.
Right. And also, Cap, you also let Justin do it too, because just the other day you were talking about how Justin was like, "Oh, Dad, I need your credit card for groceries." And you didn't say no?
Yeah, you didn't say no to Justin for groceries. You'll feed us. But listen, I'm working.
What kind of
today.
restaurant are you going to go to?
Well, we're not going to a restaurant. We're going to a friend's house.
Oh.
Yeah, we didn't pay for it.
Oh.
So you're saving some money tonight,
So you're not going
Look
to
at
get dinner,
that.
Cappy.
No, I'm not.
Yeah,
gonna
so
get
you don't have to
dinner on
pay
his
for dinner
card.
at least.
I really just want gas
There you go.
to put in his car that I'm using.
Right.
See? It's your car
It is
anyway,
your
Cap.
right. He's
Need
going to
gas
use
anyway.
the car too.
Need gas anyway.
Right. He needs gas.
Are you gonna listen to this after?
I don't know.
Okay.
All right, hold on. Give me my headset.
All right. Peace out, everyone. I'm
All right,
so
see ya.
sorry.
Bye,
for,
have
for
fun.
my slip up.
It's all good.
It's okay.
We're a Catskills act anyway. Nobody's listening.
I know, George. These
There's
are
only 22
George,
people watching,
George, these
okay?
are wait. No, now, George, hold on a second. Now, Lindsay, since this is YouTube only and we had no real game plan coming in today,
Wait, we had a game plan that we wouldn't have a game plan, though, right?
Here,
That was
let
the
me-
game plan.
Yes.
Let me introduce you to the next one. Come on in here.
Oh,
Oh,
the
yes.
next
Yes.
one.
Oh yeah.
The next one.
Oh yeah. Here she comes.
Just
yeah.
Catholic
Here-
children
and,
right
and
now.
hey,
Yeah.
guys in the back, can you put everybody on screen, please, so we can see? Hold on. Here's Julia. Here's Julia. And,
Oh,
and
look at Jack.
Look.
Oh, hi, Jack the
Lindsay, here's
Frenchie.
Jack and Julia.
Jack
Come
the
on,
Frenchie is my best friend, even though I've
Jack.
never met him.
Say hi. You got George.
Jack.
You got
Jack.
DeAndre.
Yeah,
you got
Jack with
Lindsay,
no
and you
teeth.
got Funchy Lova. Say hello.
I can't figure out where I am.
Here, you're right here. Come.
Okay. Hi.
Hi, Julia.
What's up?
How did you get back
Tannin.
home? Did you take the train?
I took the train, but unfortunately they were doing repairs the
Oh.
rest of the way south.
It's always the case.
So, yeah, I had to stop in Irvine, and then my best friend Mia, who can take the next turn if she wants, picked me up from Irvine.
Nice. Now, isn't Travis Rogers' son also going to school where you're going to school?
Yeah, I saw him the other day.
Nice.
Are
Is
you
he
guys
cool?
friends?
I would say we're friendly.
Cool.
You know,
That's
don't
cool.
see
Is-
him around that often.
is he a
but when I
nerd?
do- No.
Okay. I was just curious. 'Cause Travis is
Why
kind
would
of
he be a nerd?
But
Travis was like an athlete.
But
Like,
Travis is a nerd
Travis
now.
is a nerd, though.
He's a nerd now.
Yeah, but he was an athlete. He was a jock when he was young.
He thinks he's cool. He's a nerd.
No, Funchy Lova or DeAndre.
All right, so give us, what is the thing your dad does that makes you shake your head the most?
Oh. So he does this thing where, like, wait, I don't even know how to explain this without you being
Go ahead,
here.
go ahead. Just take your time. It's okay.
Okay. Jack, can you move? I need to, like, okay, basically, when he wants something but won't, like, deliberately say, like, I want this for dinner, he'll, like, try to get you to say, let's go here for dinner. But really, like, he's been wanting it the whole time.
He's so why is he so complicated? Why can't I'm with you? He does that here too. Like
Okay.
he wants us to do something, and then like he'll kind of suggest, but not really
Why don't we
actually
do
come out and
this?
say it.
He
Why don't
tries
we do this?
Yeah,
Are we here to
he
hear
tries to
feelings?
make you think.
I'm not hearing anything that they're
Okay,
saying.
cool.
He tries to make you think that it's your idea, but it's really his
Right,
idea.
he's like he's trying to be like the movie Inception with
Yes.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yes.
It's ridiculous.
I like these headphones, are comfy.
Yeah. So all right, well I'm glad it's not just us. It's clearly at home too.
Yeah. It's an everyone issue, I guess.
Nice. Where are you going tonight? Are you going with Jaden?
Yep.
Nice.
Yep.
All right. Well, you guys go get gas, okay?
Yeah, we're on it.
Yeah.
Bye, guys.
Fill up the tank. He's got to use the car later anyway, so what does he care?
He's got to come to LA to see you guys.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
So, all right, well, have a great night.
Have fun.
Jack says bye too.
Oh God, I don't
think
know what
we're-
happened there.
You know, we're the only show on 710 that has like dogs on YouTube, multiple dogs on YouTube.
That's not the right card. You believe what's going on here, George? No, right
They're
here.
going to put
Give
gas
me-
in your car, though. You're going to use
Yeah.
the car.
Yeah, no, but hold on.
They
But
take the
George,
platinum?
But George, no, hold on. I need my wallet. So George, here's the thing. George, these guys, Jaden is driving my car
Right.
to her job.
Right.
So now she's got me paying for gas in my car so that she can drive to her job.
Wait, I
Don't
thought
you
she said she
think-
was going to her friend's house.
Well, no, but I'm saying like she's using my car. I'm driving a brand new Subaru from Ocean Subaru of Fullerton. This summer, my daughter is driving my car to her job. So now she drove every day from home to the job and back, and all the other driving she did in my car, and she's asking me to put gas in my car for her to drive around in it. Now, George, what do you think I should do?
I don't know. Let her use the car. You've already agreed to let her use the car. I don't understand what you want me to say here.
I want you to say to me, let her pay for her own gas.
But it's still your car.
Right, but she's the one using all the gas.
Are you going to use it at all?
Not one bit am I going to use this car because I'm driving my brand new Subaru from Ocean Subaru of Fullerton.
So you have two cars.
Right. So my car, she's using for the summer.
Your personal car.
Right. And she's complaining that I got rid of her car.
Well, why did you get rid of her car?
Because her lease was up and she goes to school in New Orleans. I didn't need it sitting here doing nothing. I'm paying for it every month.
Listen, Cap.
Well, then what was she supposed to do? How's she supposed to get to work?
Well, she's
Walk?
got my car.
All I know is that I never had like my parents. There's 4 kids in my family, and we always had to like pay. I got my own car because I was my grandpa's favorite, but everyone else had to get their own cars. So I feel like you are doing a lot by even like allowing them to have a car, let alone pay for it and pay for gas. So I think that you're being very generous, Cap.
Okay, DeAndre, help me out here, man. Do I give my daughter my credit card so she can put gas that she uses in my car that I will not use?
I mean, you laid all your cars on the table, what they were saying. You might as well just let them get the gas, too.
Oh, jeez.
But wait, if she's going to work though, then doesn't
No,
she?
she's
have
not going to work. She's going right.
But when
right.
she does, you just
Yeah.
said like regularly she goes to work and
Right.
she uses your car, your
Right.
personal car.
Right.
Doesn't she make money from work? Can't she?
She
use the
does.
Money she makes.
She
from
does.
work?
She's making a lot of money.
So then why doesn't?
Because she hasn't gotten paid yet.
Oh well, I guess that makes sense.
All right, you know what? You guys are a pain in my ass. Here, take the card and leave me the hell alone.
Like we all said, you're going to do it anyway. So why are
I
we?
know.
This is a fruitless exercise.
It was a fruitless exercise.
You know, we can take breaks if we want to, just so you guys know.
I don't need a break.
Okay.
George, you need a break?
No, I'm good.
And now here's my new iPhone.
You got a new iPhone?
Well, look, this is what it came like.
He just
Look,
said that he does
no.
not want to transfer it over because he's too scared he's going to mess it up.
It's a replacement for my 15 that doesn't work because it's a piece of crap.
So you got another 15.
I got another 15.
Just get a 16.
At that point, get a 16.
No, but guys, you don't understand. It was under warranty. So I got the replacement phone under warranty, and now I guess what I got to do is I got to plug it in, and then I got to somehow transfer
You don't have
stuff.
to plug anything in.
In the cloud, Cap. It's in the cloud.
You literally turn it on, and you go to it'll ask you a question. It'll say, blah, blah, blah phone is nearby. Do you want to transfer everything over?
And then it'll do that swooshing sound.
Yeah, and then it'll have a little QR code kind of looking galaxy thingy, and it'll say, hold your iPhone over the old one and scan
that's
this.
it.
Okay, well, I just turned the new one on. I just turned
It'll
the new
walk
phone
you
on.
through it, Cap.
I'm kind of
Very
scared
easy.
now. I'm
Says
kind of
hello.
scared now.
By the way, my current phone is such a piece of crap that you sent me that Twitter thing about the guy in his bed. It still has one of those circular things going round and round and round as I'm trying to watch that video. I've been able to have this video for 5 minutes. That's what a piece of crap my phone is.
Circular.
What a
things.
piece of crap.
Piece of garbage. Oh, God. Anyway. All right.
You still dealing with Verizon?
Oh, yeah.
I
What?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? You know. You do know.
I don't know. What else you got going on?
Well, so
How you
so,
doing, huh? How
So
you doing?
so Jaden.
Whoa!
Julia just said
Arrivato.
goodbye. My best friend and his wife and son have come down from L.A. to South.
Yeah.
They're waiting for me right now. It's the most gorgeous afternoon of all time. Happy hour would be ideal.
Yeah.
You know, and
I say we end this in 5 minutes.
Say so, too. I say so, too. Let's take a vote.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I just like this seems pointless on this Friday.
How many people are watching?
We may send Chris back to the hospital if we do that.
He said he's pooped. He's not going to look. We have
Oh,
enough
my.
data now where we've been on long enough to,
All right, Lindsay. It says new setup. Setup new iPhone. Oh God, is this going to ask me for my Apple ID?
Oh my God, I don't know mine either.
Well, mine didn't do that. Like they just merged and went. Yeah. And
Walk us through it, Cap.
All right, it says hold your new iPhone to
See?
the old iPhone.
I told you.
Yeah.
And
That's
now
all it does.
it's waiting for the other iPhone. All right, so it looks like iPhone A, the piece of crap that doesn't work, is now essentially transferring to
Yes,
iPhone B.
that's what we told you would happen.
Right, but here's my question for you guys.
Yeah.
How long do you suppose that's going to take?
No, I mean, it could take a while. It's not going to happen in like 2 seconds. You know what I mean?
It's probably going to take I don't know, maybe a half hour because it's literally like taking everything from the cloud and putting it onto the new one.
I would wait until the
And
show's over.
I bet you got a lot of stuff in the cloud, Cappy.
I got a lot of pictures and I got a lot of videos. I'm worried that this could take hours.
It might.
Beto is saying in our live YouTube chat we should end this YouTube. Some people are saying no, you're supposed to go till 6 o'clock.
They don't know. Nobody knows what we're supposed to do.
I'm going to say one thing. I'm going to refresh my page right now. I'm going to refresh my page. And I'm going to tell you guys how many thumbs up likes we have on YouTube right now.
What is this, Facebook?
No, it's YouTube.
I know. It's just thumbs
So,
up likes. I didn't know.
There are currently 140 people that are with us right now. And you know why there's 140 people? Because millions and millions of people are out enjoying this beautiful weather on a Friday night before this holiday weekend. 140 people with us, 21 people with likes right now. Hey, people. Kung Fu Grip,
Hey,
and
man.
Big O, and Chris Navarro, and Richard Lopez, and everybody else that's in here right now. Yuzi Chavizi, all y'all.
Hit the like button, all right?
Hit the like button. David 100, hit the like button. Beto's 1099, hit the like button. That's why we're playing this YouTube game.
You know, that's what I do when I watch these lawyer shows.
Smash the like button, man.
Yeah,
Smash
yes. I watch a lot of these true crime shows, and there's this one that I really, really love lately, and it's called The Lawyer You Know, and he follows this one trial that I've been hooked on, and he'll be every 5 minutes he says that smash that like button, smash that like button. What is the significance of liking it multiple times throughout the stream?
Well,
Does
the
that do
significance
something?
is
No, I
yes,
think you
it
just do it
does.
once every time the stream pops up.
He keeps saying it throughout the whole stream, though.
Well, because he's probably telling new people that are coming in.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Oh,
By the
this
way,
doesn't-
1919 at the Garden, Cappy.
Okay, I just looked up to see the game. Let's see. In order to complete the activation of your iPhone, please use another. Oh, come on.
I love that,
come on,
Alberton.
man. All right, my data and my privacy is working for my new phone.
By the way, do you know what's going really poorly for the Knicks in this series very quickly? And honestly, if you go back to the last series a little too, their starters have played terribly. They've actually been better when Mitchell Robinson and Deuce McBride are on the floor. They're backup guys. The problem is they just don't have enough backup guys. And their starters are probably exhausted because Tom Thibodeau plays them a bazillion minutes during the season.
I meant to tell you, George, I was listening to Rizzo yesterday, and he called Tom Thibodeau.
Well, that's incorrect.
I wanted to tell him he's doing it wrong.
What has better celebrities, MSG or crypto?
It's pretty close, man. I still think
I just saw Russell Wilson and Ciara sitting courtside.
Yeah,
He
I
was
mean,
at the
listen,
game here.
both are pretty awesome. You know what I mean? I don't know. I would say they're fairly on par. But the Garden has more juice to it, if we're being honest.
I saw that they have a celebrities only entrance.
Oh yes, at the Garden, yes.
That's crazy.
21-19. What do you have?
21-19 with 2:19 to play.
That's what I got.
22-19.
Yeah.
22.
But yeah, Funchy, if you're asking me, I've been to all the venues pretty much, right? I think crypto's great, but there's more energy in Madison Square Garden.
Yeah, I mean, I'll go with that. I mean, I spent a lot of years going back and forth to Madison Square Garden. Back before the NFL draft used to be, moved around, it was in Madison Square Garden every year. I probably did, 5 or 6 of those drafts, and they used to set up a Radio Row, and a kid would get drafted, and then they'd walk them all around. And many Knicks games and Rangers games. There's a different buzz and energy.
There's a reason, Cappy, that everybody's favorite players always say they want to play at the Garden, if they're looking for a road game to play.
I've never been to the East Coast.
When you
Ever?
say East Coast, how far
what's the
east have you
furthest
been?
east you've ever been?
Yeah.
Man,
Palm Desert?
it was like it. Damn, I gotta think about that.
Vegas?
But I
Vegas?
Vegas?
Vegas. I've been to Vegas. Yeah,
Okay.
numerous
Anything
times.
east of
Have you been east of the old Mississippi?
No.
The old Miss?
No.
You been to Texas?
I have been to Texas. Yeah.
Okay, so that's more east. What part of Texas?
I've been to Dallas. Been to Houston.
Okay.
Dallas. Houston
It's far
is
east.
east. It's
Far
pretty
east.
east.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's-
I don't think you don't know if I don't know if most people realize this. Texas is pretty monstrous.
Oh, geez, man.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you ever drive through Texas?
I mean, it'll take you a whole day, basically.
Oh, yeah, man. From San Antonio all the way to Houston, and
Or like El Paso all the way to.
El
like,
Paso, better.
But
one,
it's
yeah.
all. It's been my bucket list is to go to every single NBA venue.
Yeah, mine
yeah?
too. Yeah.
How many have you been to, Funchy?
Let's see.
Crypto.com.
Crypto.com. Jeez, not a lot. Like maybe three.
I guess crypto.com.
Y'all better start working on that
I know,
list, man.
Jeez.
I
I mean, I was supposed to win the
that
lotto
list.
first and do all this stuff, but
The only places I'm trying to think. What are the only places I haven't done it? I've been to pretty much every arena, but what places have I not done a game at in my career?
Well, that's a good exercise. I'm going to look in the NFL. What
Okay, so
venues
I
have
haven't
not
done a game in
games?
Charlotte.
Mm-hmm.
I've done
That's actually good news for your career, George, that they didn't send you to Charlotte. If they send you to Charlotte, you're on the crap team. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, you weren't there for? They did the NBA All-Star game there not that long ago because I went there.
I was
for
not
work.
there. No.
Oh, okay.
That's it. That's the only one.
That's it, huh?
That's the only one I've never broadcast a game from.
I'm looking.
I've been to Atlanta. Actually, yeah. I've
Okay,
been
well,
to,
you're
Atlanta.
going
Yeah.
East Coast.
I went to. I was about to say I went to Atlanta.
Come on, man. You've been to the dirty.
I went to the dirty. Yes, sir. Actually, I went inside State Farm too. That was pretty cool.
Okay.
To where?
Is it State Farm Arena, correct? The
Yeah.
Hawks?
It's the old Omni, but yeah.
I'm just doing the same exercise here. I'm looking in the NFL. Like, where have I not been to broadcast
I've been
a game?
to a bunch of NFL stadiums too.
Yeah, I mean, I did a lot. I mean, over the course of 20 years between TV and radio, I pretty much hit. I think almost. I don't think I was in Tennessee Stadium to do a game. No, I definitely have not been in Indianapolis or Jacksonville.
Really, Lucas Oil, huh?
No,
I've been
no.
to Lucas Oil.
I was
at
there for a
Lucas
Super
Oil.
Bowl.
Most recently, I was there for the All-Star game.
Yeah, I was there for
They
a Super
did the
Bowl
Saturday
once.
night at Lucas Oil.
Everybody in the AFC West, everybody in the NFC West. Those are checks. Yeah. Did a lot of games down
What
in
about
New Orleans.
baseball stadiums?
Baseball stadiums.
So
can't
you know
say-
which one I haven't been to that I'd like to go to?
Which one?
Camden Yards.
Have never been to Camden Yards.
And that place looks awesome.
Have only been on the outside because I went and did a couple of Ravens games. So that those stadiums are
I
kind
haven't
of
been to
nearby
the
each
new
other.
Braves stadium.
Nor
I
have
went to
I.
the old Fulton County Stadium
Yep.
back in the day.
Been there. Yep. Haven't been to the new Philadelphia Phillies
Oh,
stadium.
me neither. Yeah, that's a
But
good one.
that's
I'm
also
going to go to the Twins on Sunday.
But it's also the same thing. It's like
Oh,
right
that's
next door
dope.
to the football stadium.
Yeah, they're playing a day game. So
Who are they
we're gonna
playing?
go.
You know?
The Royals.
Oh wow, what a game!
Bobby
It's a good
Witt
stadium,
Jr.
huh?
It's pretty new. It's not that old. It's I would say in the last 10 or 15 years. So.
Well, that they used to play Minnesota the
Oh, in
Twins.
the Dome.
They
Yeah,
used
the
to play in
Metrodome.
the Metrodome, the old
Yeah,
school
so
Metrodome.
This thing is probably like 15 years old, if I had to guess. Target
Okay.
Field. But yeah, it's right outside my window. I could see it right here. Like,
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, right outside my window. Like right outside my window is Target Center.
Can you
and
pick up
then-
your computer and walk over to the window?
I mean,
Do they have a Target near Target Center?
I just filled 15 minutes with 2 daughters.
hold on.
Wait,
Then I gotta hold on. I gotta raise the
roof?
the blinds.
in
Oh, not the roof.
Minnesota, I remember when I went and did the Super Bowl there, and we had like an event, or Radio Row was at the Mall of America.
Yep.
Is that Minneapolis, right?
Yep, right.
Yeah,
I'm
but
there.
Mall of America is not downtown.
My
so
dad
there you
was
go.
like-
So that you see all that grass? On,
No, I don't
that-
see anything yet. Hold on. Yeah, now we do. Okay, good.
So the grass is actually growing on top of Target Center, the arena. That's the arena.
Oh,
now.
really?
Yeah. And then on the other side, you see the stadium.
Yeah, I can see it. Yeah. Very good.
Yeah.
Very,
So it's
very
right
good,
outside
George.
my window. Yeah.
Right outside my window.
All right. I got
So
to
what
lower
was
this shade again.
what was the baseball field that they built the mall over? What was that place called? Have
I
you
don't
ever
know
been to
anything
that
about
one?
it. I don't know anything about it.
I only know
Where?
because in Minnesota. Because when I was at the Mall of America for Radio Row, my dad was like, if you walk around, there's like home plate is from the old blah 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 stadium is in Minnesota.
Whatever
there.
was probably before the Metrodome.
I didn't know that, but I'll tell you this right now. There was no walking around because I was at that Super Bowl in Minneapolis, and it was balls cold, bro.
No, I mean it was in the Mall of America. Like they
No,
built
I know.
it over it. Oh, you're
But when
right.
they-
They
but when they
canceled like
bust
all the
you-
events and everything.
Yeah, when they bust you out there, because I think most people in the NFL media were staying, I want to say, in downtown, and they would bust you to Radio Row. And dude, from the time you'd get off the bus till the time you'd get in the mall, you have frostbite. Seriously, it was brutal.
That was pretty bad. they closed they canceled all the outdoor events because it was so cold. It was below zero every day except for one.
That happened at the NBA All-Star game in Toronto that one year in 2016. It was like literally one of the coldest days in Toronto history. It was like minus 26 with like the wind chill or something like that.
The coldest day I ever worked a broadcast, and it taught me a huge lesson. I was doing a game. It was the Ravens were playing the Broncos in Denver.
The Ravens are playing the Broncos in Denver here at Mile High in Vesco Field.
Oh, yeah, and Kevin Harlan was on the call. And
My mom was Sedano.
And we it was so cold, and I remember I was wearing I was wearing a suit, and I was wearing a giant trench coat, and I had gloves, and I had a scarf, and I had a hat, but I knew it was going to be cold. But I was doing radio. I was doing Westwood One. Yeah. The television sideline reporter was a guy who used to work for CBS all the time. His name was Solomon Wilcots.
Oh yeah, he was a former player.
Yep, Solly played for the Cincinnati Bengals, and that day, he was dressed like as if he was going snowmobiling in Antarctica. I was dressed suit, tie, trench coat, like business professional. And Solly was dressed, like I said, like he was going snowmobiling in Antarctica. He looked like the Pillsbury Doughboy. He couldn't even move. He had so many like Gore-Tex layers on.
They gave us I worked at NFL Network at the time, and like they gave us when we checked in, they gave you like the swag. They gave us a huge duffel bag with like all these like winter hats and gloves and everything like Super Bowl logoed, and then they gave us these big, huge, puffy like trench coats.
This was at the Super Bowl?
Yeah, it was like the warmest coat, and I gave it to my mom because I don't need it anymore. But it was like down like floor length puffy coat with like the furry hood and stuff, and they had to give this to everybody because it was so cold and most people didn't even have coats.
But that day in Denver,
a puffer jacket is pretty clutch.
That's what Shea gave his teammates too, a puffer jacket.
No way, really?
Yeah. A Canadian Goose jacket.
So wear it to Minnesota when it's cold.
That day in Denver, George, the Ravens were playing the Broncos. Peyton Manning was the quarterback of the Broncos.
Yeah.
I want to say John Fox may have been the coach of the Broncos. Yeah. Anyway, the Ravens wound up winning the game. In fact, Lindsay, Joe Flacco threw, like one of those perfect 70-yard bombs. And gosh, I wish I could remember the name of the wide receiver that was on the receiving end. I want to say he was a rookie out of the University of Maryland at the time. Does anybody know who I'm talking about? And Flacco and the Ravens beat the Broncos that day. I'm going to say it was Peyton Manning's first year in Denver, maybe his second year, but I don't remember when they won the Super Bowl 50 against Carolina. But it was the coldest day I've ever been in. I was out on that field for like 4 or 5 hours, and I swore after that I'll never dress professional again. I'll always dress like I'm going snowmobiling in Antarctica because that's what Solomon Wilcots did, and he looked ridiculous on TV, and I sounded ridiculous on radio. I'm not doing that again, man. That's for sure. What do you think about that, George?
Yeah,
you're checked out.
No, I was just going to say, when I was thinking of like the coldest I've been when I've called a college football game.
Mm-hmm.
So I did a game at Oregon a couple years ago on ESPN Radio. It was Oregon-Utah. It was like, I might have been like one of the last games. Might have been the last game of the season. So it was for like the Pac-12. Yeah. Oh, it was the year that Lincoln Riley and all of them, like they were all fighting for the Pac-12, right? The year that Lincoln Riley and Caleb Williams, the first year. Yeah.
Yep.
So it was like Utah, Oregon, USC, and that was the day USC lost to UCLA. So it was freezing, Cappy. Like, so cold that my feet were frozen in the booth, okay? Yeah. Like, when we had to walk to the garage, or to the parking lot after the game, I had to walk slowly because my feet were frozen. Like, frozen. Like, I was like, how am I? Like, it hurts to walk.
Mm-hmm.
So I am a chicken bleep when it comes to the cold.
Me too. I'm a tropical brother, and that's just the way I get down. I am not into the cold at all. And that's why I hated playing football in the cold. You know, we get done with a football game, man, we're playing against Penn State. This is back when I was in college, obviously. Penn State, West Virginia, these are late season kind of games. And, dude, it was so freaking cold, and there was no heaters on the sideline like there are now in the NFL or big-time college football programs. And, dude, I get off the field, get done with the game, jump in a hot shower, and it stung. It hurt so bad because you were standing on a sideline for hours freezing your you-know-what's off. So,
hey, Cap, the receiver was Torrey Smith.
Torrey Smith. That sounds about right. Yep, caught that pass from Joe Flacco. I want to say Baltimore won that game, DeAndre. I want to say in overtime.
I'm going to look that up. I just looked at the receivers for Joe Flacco at that time.
Yeah. I during this YouTube time, I really want the guys in the back, Graham and crew, to put everybody. Yeah, I really want everybody on the camera.
I told them that only put me on when I'm talking. I always tell them that.
TGIB?
Yeah, the guys in the back. Yeah, guys, you got to see everybody, You
don't need to have me on there.
All right, well, there's Funchy. There's Funchy Lova.
Hello.
Looking good, my man.
Cap, did you see that Britney
Or how about
Spears?
this? The GITB, Cappy. Guys in the back.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see Britney Spears? I think she got kicked off a flight because she was trying to smoke on the flight.
Smoke
no
what?
Way.
Smoke a cigarette.
She lit up a cigarette. I
Get
just saw it
outta
on
here.
TNT.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, Brittany is,
It was a private plane,
She's
though.
troubled.
Yeah.
It was a private plane?
It was a private plane, yeah.
Not like a
Not like a
No, but you still can't
747.
smoke on a
Yeah, you
private
still
Well,
can't.
obviously
Yeah.
there were some people on there because somebody took a picture of her, so it wasn't totally private. Maybe it was that
Maybe
jet
it was like
thing.
a JSX
Yeah.
situation.
Yeah.
have you ever seen anybody on an airplane vaping?
No, I don't think
I have.
I have, actually.
I have.
Yeah.
In the
So, like,
bathroom.
yeah. Oh, okay. In the bathroom? Because I was on a plane, and, they obviously tell you can't smoke, you can't vape, blah, blah, blah. So there was this girl.
I love how dismissive you are.
Yeah. So there was this girl sitting in the next row from me, and I could see her taking a vape pen and, putting it in her shirt.
Yeah.
And then hitting it, and then blowing the smoke down her sweatshirt. But you could see some of the vape
Coming out of her
up,
shirt.
right?
Yeah,
And I wasn't going to turn her into the flight attendants because all I was thinking was how
I
come
get a
she's
hit?
doing that and I can't do it? Right? Can I get? Excuse me. Can I get a hit of that, please? Yeah, I mean, people do. I think people do vape. When you say in the bathroom, what did you saw it or you smelled it when you walked in?
No, I smelled it. Yeah, it's obvious.
Yeah.
It's kind of like when people go number 2 in the bathroom. You can smell that right away too.
Oh, dude. I feel so bad for the old ladies. They're in the bathroom. They come out. I'm standing there, and they're like, "Ooh, are you going in there?" I'm like, "I am." Oh, it's not going to be good. It's just not going to be good. I get it, girl. I do. I've never made a duty on a plane.
Really?
In my lifetime.
I would have
You
never
guys sound
guessed that.
so shocked to hear that.
Wow.
Honestly, are you just afraid of it?
No,
what are you afraid of?
I just
You don't want to
afraid
walk
of.
out and everybody realize it's you.
Yep.
That's what it
That's
is.
probably more like it. But I'm not a hold it on the plane guy. Oh, I can't make a duty on this plane. I just have never
had the urge.
I guess not. I mean, as
I've
many
done it
flights-
once when I was young, but not probably 30 years ago.
In all the flying that you're doing all over the country,
No,
football games,
I
basketball games,
I usually take care of the bowels before I go.
clean them out, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like to do that.
You
too.
guys don't have long cross country flights or even in a different country where it's
you
10
plan.
hours or
You
something.
plan for that.
Yeah, you got. You
Nah,
guys
man,
have to
let
go.
me tell you something. When I flew to Europe, I mean, I didn't sleep very much because I was worried about the kids not sleeping. So I probably slept only 90 minutes. But yeah, generally if I get on one of those cross country flights, and if I get in on one of those planes that has the lay down portion of it, bro, I'll take a melatonin or something, or even whatever, a sleep aid, and just knock the hell out for a couple hours.
Hey, I got a question for everybody here.
We could take a break if you want.
Nah, forget it.
We could take a break and just.
Well, how about we
come
just
back.
go for 6 more minutes and take
Yeah.
a 10-minute break and call it a day?
I agree.
All right.
Let's
Hey,
do that.
I have a question for everybody. So when
Because I'm
we're on-
hungry as hell.
Me too.
It's
When
going to
we're
be
on-
8 o'clock.
Me
brother.
too.
Yeah.
Hey, when we're on the radio,
What are you? You can't be. You got to feed us around here.
right? When
Can
we're
we
on
get
the
your
radio,
credit card, Cap?
Yeah, I'll give it to you.
When you're hungry, can you give us a credit card number?
Well, we took Chris's credit card the other day from him, and Funchy got all that Taco Bell.
But he paid.
Should have
for
bought more.
He paid for his drink himself.
But I just have a quick question, technically speaking. When we're on the radio and we're on YouTube, we can't have a guest join us video-wise because the video part doesn't run through our board.
Yeah,
Can we?
They're working on that.
Okay, right. But if we wanted to have a guest on just the YouTube part of the
We'd
show,
have to give them the switcher link that we have.
right? But that's my
we-
question.
Then we would do the same thing as when we're on the air. They would have to call in, just like we did with Funch and on the roller coaster. You'd have to call in because the audio still runs through the board for
Yeah.
Oh,
YouTube.
that sucks.
They need to listen. How about this? We'll do it. We'll do this YouTube thing when they have the technology to do it right. Okay, that's it. I'm dropping the hammer.
That's a good idea.
Drop
George.
the hammer,
Just because
Blackhand.
we should be able to have guests.
Right.
Well-
the reality is this. You want us to do this, and you want us to do the jazz hands for an hour? Well, no. You got to be able to give us the tools to do it right.
Well, the truth of the
Put us
matter
in
is,
the best position to succeed.
yeah. I mean, because here's the thing: like during this YouTube time, we could be doing, and I think will
I
eventually
thought what we
be
did
doing.
the other day with Beto was awesome, and like the playing the cards. I thought that was funny.
Yeah.
But
Lunch on the street.
right, Funch on
No,
the
that's
street,
good stuff too.
Right, but I think the reality is you need to give us all the tools. You can't just throw it. I feel like if you're throwing us out there to half-ass it, it's not worthwhile to do it.
Well, what I'm saying,
Because
though,
first impressions matter.
yeah, but what I'm saying is like we talked earlier in the show today about having Tony Reale on because I really
Yeah.
would like
what
to
are we,
talk
your
to him.
guinea pigs for data?
We
Huh?
are.
Take
Right,
that
so-
for data.
We
Yeah,
are.
so
Data was mentioned.
Data was mentioned in the text message when Lindsay very professionally suggested to Christopher,
And
you
it
know,
wasn't. I wasn't like a rogue thing. This was,
she was very professionally. She suggested, "Hey, look, it's Friday. It's the day before a holiday weekend. We didn't spend the next, the previous month going, hey, we're going to start doing this YouTube
or
thing.
the
It's going to be
previous
awesome."
week or previous days.
Right.
This
It
was
just kind of it
Friday.
just sort
I
of
think,
was
is
like,
when
hey,
it-
Very
you're-
willy-nilly.
Yes,
Right, it was
Friday. I
like-
think was when we realized that we actually were doing this.
Right.
this
It
week.
was like, hey, you're doing this, and every time we all pushed back, Chris was like, well, then go talk to Craig, the boss. Which
Okay, and
really,
you know what? I will do that.
Okay, you should.
I will say, hey, listen, man.
Hey,
if we're
man.
gonna-
Hey man.
Hey, man.
if we're going to do this, I'd love to do it, but let's do it right.
Yeah.
Like, let's be able to have the proper tools to do this well.
Right.
Not just half-handedly, half-cocked do it.
Half-cocked, babe. Yeah, because here's the thing. When you do this podcasting...
I got some news. He'll be in town next week.
Good.
Yes, he will.
I won't be. So
Well,
unfortunately.
but when
You might
do,
be George. Actually, you might.
Yeah, well,
You
we
might.
need- if the Warriors, the Thunder take care of business.
You might.
When you're on YouTube only and you're not on terrestrial radio, it's more of like a podcasting, long format, no need to break, whatever. But the thing is that it would be great to be able to bring a guest on and be able to see them and hear them, not have them sitting in front of a computer with a phone to their ear. We have the technology to do it, so we really should do it. And George, to your point, if we're going to start doing this, then we should be more YouTube-centric and less radio-centric. When we're on YouTube and we're on the radio, people are peeking into the studio while we're on the radio. But when we're not on the radio, then the show becomes more about the visual, and we need to do more of the roller coaster and Funchy at Taco Bell, and we need to be moving. There needs to be movement and external
Right. It can't
stimulation.
just be 4 people in boxes just talking for
We
an
need
hour.
to plan it out. And to my point, I said, I'm happy to do it. I like that we do it. I just think that we need to kind of figure out
And by the way,
what's the goal here,
Agreed. And I would also we could also take audience suggestions on things to discuss. I don't think that that's out of bounds either, to be honest with you. I think it should be collaborative with them to some extent too. But this, again, just doing this for the sake of doing it to collect data, you're not going to get the best data if you're not putting out the best product and having the best tools to put out the best product right out of the gate.
So,
you
Alex,
wouldn't tell your kid, you wouldn't send your kid to do a project for school without all the proper tools the kid needs to do the project for school. That's the same,
You can't forget
same
the
thing
glue
for
stick.
a business. You wouldn't put a business proposal together if you didn't have all the proper tools to put the business proposal together.
We're going to get killed for having this conversation.
I don't give a crap.
He don't give a crap. This kid don't give a crap. Alex, the security man downstairs, says that Joe
What's up,
Flacco
Alex?
threw that touchdown pass to Jacoby Jones. But who did you say, DeAndre? I think you're right.
I said Torrey Smith.
Yeah, because he's
I
a
think it was
Maryland
Torrey
guy.
Smith.
Smith
Yeah, I
is
think
a
it was Torrey
Maryland
Smith. Yeah. I'm 99.9% sure. If you look back in the history, Denver, Baltimore, Peyton Manning, Joe Flacco, overtime playoff game. I'm sure it was a division game, not a wild card game, and it wasn't the AFC Championship game. I'm sure that's the year that Flacco and the Ravens went on to win the Super Bowl. And I think Torrey Smith was the guy.
As
I'm
a matter
really
of fact,
hungry.
I'm calling Chris right now.
No, let's
Call
just
him.
well,
No,
yes, we were
FaceTime
ready
him.
to go, remember?
FaceTime him.
Chris is sleeping. He said he's pooped.
Oh, yeah. He was at the
Oh,
doctor
that's
today
nice that he's sleeping.
for
Yeah.
AFib.
Take that for data.
You're not going to FaceTime him?
I am going to FaceTime him.
All right, hold on a
Oh,
second,
no, he's
everybody.
going to get mad. I bet
don't
he's
think-
sleeping.
You
I bet
think
he's
George
sleeping.
cares that he's going to get mad?
Yeah, I don't care.
George doesn't give a rat's ass.
I bet he's sleeping.
Well, let's see if
Nah.
he picks up.
No, I hope he's at happy hour somewhere.
Why, 'cause
Yeah,
you
it's
can't
happy
be-
hour
'cause
time.
none of us can be at happy
That-
hour.
it's happy hour
we
time
gotta
right
go.
now.
We got 9 minutes or something before we can get to happy hour and get the happy hour prices.
Well, you know, you can leave a message now on FaceTime, so I'm going to
Really?
leave a message.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Is that new?
What's happening?
know that?
What's going on here, George? I'm not hearing
It's
anything.
still ringing, bro.
Well, I'm not
he's
hearing it.
definitely sleeping then.
I'm not hearing bring.
Oh, here we go. Record video. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, Christopher. We've done 50 minutes on YouTube without any plan, half-cocked, willy-nilly, without any real tools to work with here. Okay? You know when we're going to do this show from now on YouTube? When you guys give us the tools to do it. And I don't – listen, you can call me whatever you want. You can say that I'm being a diva. But you wouldn't do a business proposal for a big-time project, okay, without the proper tools to put that business plan together. Would you not? Correct. That's my point here, okay? We're not guinea pigs for data, okay? So take that for data.
Take that
for data.
Ooh.
Now I feel like I'm going to get somehow, like, screamed at for bringing this up in the first place.
No, you're not.
No, you're not.
Okay.
No, you're not. You're fine. George has got. Listen to me. As I've said a million times, when you see people wearing the bracelet that says WWJD and they think, "What would Jesus do?" No, no, no.
I just said what everyone was thinking, right?
What would Jorge
Right?
do?
Right?
What do you, Funchy? You like that, huh?
I love that.
You do, do you?
I love that.
I'm getting everybody bracelets that
Please,
says WWJD.
please.
All right, can we go to happy hour now? You guys said 5:50. 5:52.
50-cent wings?
We can take a break and just.
Where are we getting 50-cent wings at?
I don't know. I'm just.
Hey, I saw
Oh,
that Buffalo Wild Wings has like $19.99 all-you-can-eat wings on certain days.
They do. They do.
That's crazy. That seems really cheap, doesn't it?
Uzi Chawazi. That's why Mason Ireland said you're all on their level. Mason Ireland would never do this, okay? They would literally, they would walk out.
No, what Mason would do is he'd be like, "Hey, Juan says that's a bad idea."
You should start pulling the Rachel card. Rachel
Yeah.
thinks that's a bad
Right.
idea.
Rachel says this is a bad idea. We're not doing this. Rachel said no.
I thought we're going. Let's go.
You're right. They would walk out.
Would they?
They would
Of
walk
course
out.
they would. They wouldn't.
Yeah,
They
I've
wouldn't
seen
be
it. I've
allowed
seen it
to
happen.
to be guinea pigs like this? Come on.
John doesn't even go to remotes.
That's true.
He doesn't like do remotes. He's
What?
always happens to be like gone or something.
He's gone to a few. He's done
That
a
is
few.
awful.
But he doesn't do a ton of them. That's true.
All right, well,
Oh, my God.
Let me ask you guys this question. We'll finish it up here. I'll throw it to everybody. You ready,
now
George?
you're going to ask us an 8-minute question.
Yeah, here, right, exactly. but it's
We're going to go over 6 o'clock now.
But here's the deal. You ready? It's not an 8-minute question. It's everybody gets 2 minutes.
No, we don't need this. It's too long, Cap. We're done in 6 minutes. That's too long.
Everybody gets a minute.
1, 2,
Funchy?
3. There's 5 people. Let's go.
All right, Funch, you ready? Tell me what you got cooking this weekend for Memorial Day weekend.
I got nothing really planned. I still got to take my clothes out my boxes, or my wife's going to kill me.
What do you mean? Because you moved?
I moved. Yeah, I just moved like a month ago.
Mhm.
And yeah, my clothes are still in boxes.
They're still
and-
in boxes
yeah.
a month later?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Funchy's a busy guy.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
He's not a busy guy.
I'm
This
not.
guy takes a nap, 90-minute naps in the
Hey,
middle of the
That's
day.
what I do.
Naps are more important
Hey, I
than
took a
unpacking.
30-minute nap today.
Good game, Funch.
Good
Good
game.
game. Good game,
Good game,
Funch.
guys.
Good game,
Good game,
Funch.
guys.
Shake hands and say good game.
All right, baseball. What are you and Chewy doing this weekend?
I'm going to go to Disneyland tomorrow, but that's it.
Tomorrow?
Yeah.
I thought you were going next week.
No, I'm going to go tomorrow. I decided today.
You changed your mind.
Well, yeah, because Marcus Grant had some of the snack coupons.
Uh-huh.
And so when I get mine next week, I'm going to give him some. So now I'm going to go.
Okay,
Just
so you're
because,
not.
you know, Disney's expensive. And I
Who are
need
you going with?
to save some money. With my friend.
Chewy?
No, Chewy's not allowed at Disney.
Oh.
No dogs allowed.
Actually, they do have. You can bring your dogs there.
Really?
Yeah, you could bring your dogs there.
I'll have to look into that, Funch. Thanks.
All right, DeAndre, you're up, man. What's cooking this weekend?
Barbecue with the family. That's all it is. Barbecue with the family.
There you go,
which day?
Cappy. You
Which
ain't.
day?
Is Cappy invited to the cookout?
He's not invited to the cookout yet.
Oh,
no.
Why not?
What?
Why not?
Hey, until you really know how to throw down some bones, man. then
Oh, you don't know how to throw down no
hey,
bones.
You know, hey, like I've said a million times, domino mother effer. Okay, I saw, you know, all them movies. All right, I know what happens.
Hey, I really got to bring you to a cookout, though, Cap. That would be hilarious.
Hey, they got kosher meats there at the cookout or no? They got
we'll
kosher
take
ribs.
We'll
They got-
take consideration
Yes, because
for
you really, really follow that, Cap.
Yeah, they got kosher ribs.
It's kosher.
No, I'm not kosher. Georgie, obviously, you're going to be in Minnesota. What's the schedule looking like?
Dinner tonight, game tomorrow. Sunday, a little baseball.
And
You
when's
know?
the next game? What game?
Tomorrow.
4? No, game 4.
Oh, game 4 is Monday on Memorial Day.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, and then Tuesday, maybe back to OKC. We'll see.
Okay, I am going to do this. I'm going to get off the air right now. I'm going to get very high. Okay.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Okay, I'm going to get very, very high.
Hell yes. Yes.
First of all.
All right, peace out.
Then Rachel and I are going to get together. Then we're going to go see my boy, the Van Pelts,
And we'll
who
hear
have
it
come down
all
here.
about it on Tuesday.
Then I'm going to go play golf at Torrey Pines tomorrow.
Oh, look at you, fancy boy.
Okay, very fancy. Now, the question is am I going to get the local rate or am I going to have to pay the really expensive out-of-towner rate? We'll find out tomorrow.
All right.
And then Sunday's going to be a nice day of relaxation. And Monday, we're not on the air, are we?
Oh,
Get
yeah,
out.
We're off. That's true.
We are off on Monday.
Oh,
Get out.
thank God.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, bye, guys.
See ya.
So 5:55. We made
Have
it
a
all
good
the